So, uh, last time we hung out together, uh, you guys did an awesome thing.
Nice.
You planned, prepared, suited the hell up, and um, returned to face the Aberrant Tempest once more. This mighty storm elemental, once a servant of the Verasi, now guarding Vovar for some reason. This mighty but not particularly intelligent foe had long and successfully kept many intruders away from Vovar, and had also, through its own maddening influence, brought a veritable army of warforged under its control. You guys waded back out into the storm and fought it well. And in a well-coordinated and well-executed series of maneuvers, you guys defeated and destroyed the Aberrant Tempest, with Caladan landing the chilling killing blow with a slightly disturbing implementation of the mental prison spell. But nonetheless, destroying the Aberrant Tempest, setting the enslaved Warforged free, and causing the protection that had long sealed Vovar off from exploration in the rest of the world to disappear. As the elemental was defeated, the mighty storm, of which it was the heart, calmed. The sand began to fall as the wind died down, and the stillness of the natural desert night fell around you, even as the ominous glow of the approaching reckoning lit the northern sky. So, still a little beaten, a little battered, but elated at the tremendous victory that you had achieved. You guys gathered in for a big old group hug, which even the Grand Inquisitor got in on, except for Vaik, who, in addition to not being so much of the hugging type, was very cognizant that time was of the essence. So, here you guys are at the mouth of this tunnel to the underground complex surrounding Vovar. No longer in the howling, raging wind, the night still quiet around you, as the Inquisitor's kind of broken from your big group hug and gone to follow Vaik down the corridor. What do you guys want to do?
You said that no more sandstorm? Time to rage loot! Okay, no, I'm kidding.
There is no sign of a hoard or valuables or anything that a maddening elemental being would consider valuable.
In your immediate vicinity? I mean, there's a laser tower.
Oh man!
Put it in the bag of holding.
You can certainly try.
There, but you said before it kind of fizzled into there's no physical thing left of it.
You can make an investigation check if you'd like.
It will be an extremely quick one.
Okay.
That's a delightful 3. Nope. 4.
Ooh. You are quite certain that this being has left nothing behind.
Do we go down the tunnel now? Is the tunnel where Scythe is? Should we tell Scythe?
I think we should. He did offer to escort us.
Is the tunnel where Scythe is?
Me and Calibandor did run into them 10-foot tunnels.
So we should go back down that way.
Yeah, it circled back to the room we came from.
I vote that.
Can I make an Arcana check?
For
Just
what?
Just to see if I still got it.
I hold my fists in front of
You can roll whatever dice you feel like. I mean, are you trying to figure out something, or?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Is that hard magic?
I got a 15.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Can I roll? Can I roll an Arcana check to see if Kale still got it?
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, Ben,
At what point has the raid progressed?
It's a wipe. I think it reset.
Yeah, I really should have said, like, the quiet desert night, except for the very realistic sounds of a party of 40 adventurers fighting a giant fire elemental.
And the dragon's still
and
there.
a raging lava dragon.
Oh god.
You're hearing more dots, more dots.
Why does that one keep screaming about Leroy Jenkins? That's not even a realistic sounding name.
It's not looking good for them. They might have to reset soon.
So we all go back down the tunnel towards Scythe?
Yeah.
Yes.
The visitor is already walking, and I assume Vayak, you are as well.
Yep.
we're still in a group talk. We're just.
Are there any more Warforged in amongst the hallway or no?
In your immediate vicinity, no. The ones who you did encounter there appear to have left.
Okay, cool. Back to Scythe. He's Scythe. Big Scythe face.
Just so you know, dudes, when I was here earlier, when the battle just ended, and I did my cool dimension door, we saw some of them Robros here. They looked kind of confused, like they were tasked to defend our windy boy here, but we killed him, and then they were like, "Whoa, I can think for myself." What?
Were they like, whoa?
They were like, "Beep boop boop beep beep," and we couldn't really understand them, and then they just kind of walked away because we're probably even weirder than they are.
Hmm.
They're free though, man. You did it.
Yeah, we did. Let's go make sure it stays that way.
Saunter, saunter.
Okay. As you make your way back down the dark halls, following the path that Calibandor and Aelin had previously found, led back to Scythe. It takes some time. They had previously made this way atop their phantom pig, so it's a little slower going, but it doesn't take all that long before you arrive at the place, and more or less where you left him. You see Scythe leaning against the railing of the balcony. And as you approach out of the darkness of the passageway, you see the now glowing yellow of his eyes turn towards you. Is it done, then?
How you feeling, bruh?
Kind of holds his hand up in front of his face, and as the glint of the yellowish light from his eyes off his plating, like a great weight is lifted. There is a presence that is now an absence. that I've never known. You succeeded then?
Yeah, and I know just how to fill that void. Aelin, you got any of that good stuff?
Boy, do I.
Let's crack some open.
I just pull out a 6-pack.
Oh,
Oh, flying fist, of course.
of course.
I crack one open on my forehead and chug it, and I toss one over to Scythe.
Catches it. And what is this?
Oh man, it's liquid courage. You need an opener? You look like you got a
No.
few on you.
He just kind of holds it up and flicks it with one of his blade wings. Just cuts the top of the bottle off.
Oh God!
What do I do with it?
You drink.
Seems very confused.
Does he have a mouth hole?
Does, but it doesn't move very much or at all, when he talks.
I demonstrate by cracking open. I crack one on Aelin's forehead, and I start drinking it.
Kind of shrugs and slowly, and the beer just kind of pours down his face. Am I doing it right?
Hell yeah!
Can I make a tinkering check?
To do what?
See if his body was built for drinking.
No, it was not.
Passed your check. Congrats.
First success of the night.
And with that encouragement, he just kind of upends the beer bottle, and the beer just kind of pours all over his front.
Hey man, slow down. You're gonna start to feel it.
You
He's
mean
already
feel
feeling it.
wet?
Yep,
Oh.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. I hate to butt in here, guys, but Scythe, we held up our end of the bargain. Can you take us to the Great Intelligence now?
It would be my sincerest pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Do you wish to go now?
The sooner the better.
Very well. If we encounter any of my kin, they may be disoriented, confused. Please allow me to interface with them.
Of course.
In that case, come.
Should we bring Lyle out of the bag for this? Or wait until we get closer?
I think
I would.
once we run into the Great Intelligence,
Yeah, I think we
that's
should probably
more-
have Lyle out.
Oswald's disposed, but we ask him to take Lyle out of the bag.
Alrighty. So. Oh, and just so I can put you on a map where you can see the fun new token I found for Power Armor Vaic.
Ooh.
Flex.
How's it?
Can it just
I'm
be
just
of
gonna plop
Armstrong?
you here.
Ooh.
So, yep.
Much power armory.
Alright. So you take Lyle out of the bag. It takes a moment and it powers on. Oh. Hello. Oh, hello again.
Good evening,
Sup,
Lyle.
Lyle?
I don't know. I really don't have much situational awareness these days. Why don't you tell me?
Well, we killed the storm.
Oh, good job. Did you tell me that already? I'm not sure. In any case, good job.
And now we're on our way to see your master, the Great Intelligence.
Ah, excellent. Indeed, I can already sense that there's much less interference.
And how much of a we're walking and talking.
Sure.
How much of a conversationist is your master?
Well, that's somewhat complicated question to answer. I mean, in terms of the types and numbers of conversations that it can hold simultaneously, I expect that its communication abilities are orders of magnitude beyond our own.
I mean, we need to convince it. You seem to convince that it can close the sky. I think we need to make sure that it will, and that it does not have any more nefarious intents for this world, as me and the previous Forge saw a rather jarring visage of it showing up and a bunch of the more powerful things that exist in this world keeping it at bay.
I really can't speak to that. I can only say that I know my master to be powerful and wise, and well, I share your hopes, Caladan, that it will want to assist us.
Well, if you've got hope, then so do I. Walk, 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 walk.
Stares doubtfully at Caladan when he says he has hope.
The moment I turn away, my face just goes.
So, as Scythe leads on into the darkness, through this maze-like warren of corridors and chambers, passageways, and some awkward clambering through ruined shafts. There's a moment where he asks you to pause as he's noticed some half-dozen warforged in a chamber ahead. And turns, as previously asked, please wait here and allow me to explain the situation to my brethren. Very well.
Hear ye.
Turns and goes forward, and there's some sort of conversation in this precursor language. And yeah.
Checking a thing real quick.
Comprehending
Okay,
languages.
yes, I am going to spend my last spell slot to comprehend languages,
Yes.
just so that I can understand like what they're saying.
Okay. Make a perception check just to see how clearly you can make it out.
Perception. Do we get
Oh, it's a
anything from the armor?
For this, no.
Dang.
Do you? Do you get advantage on perception checks? Did I say you get advantage on perception
It
checks?
didn't say advantage, but it said it made my
Oh, it's, your passive
18.
perception is higher. Yes.
Yeah, and I rolled a 2 plus 3 is 5. So
5? The speech is very rapid and distant and quiet, and you're not really able to make out the conversation. Except you are able to make out a couple of words, like freedom and choice and gratitude.
he seems to be saying good things so far.
That's good.
Just, be prepared should they all turn on us and pull blades.
I'm gonna use as he says that, I'm gonna use a undead healing charge.
Okay.
to give myself 6 more hit points.
But a couple moments later, Scythe returns. It is safe to proceed. My brethren would like to walk with you for a time, if that is all right. They, too, are grateful.
Is this like a parade?
What is a parade?
Oh, here we go.
This is a parade. Yeah, they can walk with us.
Walk and talk. Walk and talk.
So as you proceed into this chamber, these half dozen or so warforged, some of which are of models that you've seen before, some of which are unique, just kind of turn and look at you, and as you enter the chamber, each gives a nod.
Does any one of them resemble Forge?
None looks exactly like him.
One looks exactly like him?
No, none of them
None
look
of them
exactly
look
like him.
exactly like okay.
There are similarities in features and construction, but none of them look
Gotcha.
exactly the same.
Cool.
And as you pass through, following Scythe as Scythe leads on, they kind of fall in behind you, keeping a distance, occasionally kind of chattering to themselves in this precursor tongue,
Which
which you understand. One of them is just like, "What are these strange creatures? Did they restore us? What are we, strange creatures?"
Oh, here we go.
You ever wonder why we're here?
Nope. Nope. Keep walking.
And there's
You
just,
the baddies.
there's some conversation that like relates to you, some that is just like expressions of wonderment that they are. And as you proceed deeper and deeper into the heart of Ovar, the situation repeats itself a couple of times. Every time you come across a group of Warforged, they express their gratitude and then fall in behind you until you are leading this column through these increasingly large halls. You're leading a column of perhaps 5 dozen Warforged of various forms. Some of them this like skeletal, of the skeletal make, bearing these laser rifles. There's one point at which Scythe converses with this perhaps 12-foot tall, 4-legged, Warforged, reminiscent entity
What?
that
Is it a
Tur-
battle
tur-
tank?
it is not a battle tank.
Oh, God.
It looks like a really big Warforged that just has 2 sets of legs. It's kind of like Orisa or something from Overwatch. And-
Yes.
And it turns its massive, broad head towards you all and gives you the nod. And then
Do we know which one?
3 of you do. And then falls in behind this growing procession of Warforged, heavily clomping behind you. As you make your way deeper, the procession of Warforged growing. You eventually come to this extremely long cylindrical hall, perhaps 15 feet in diameter, with like a metal grating floor. Scythe stops at the entrance to this long corridor, gestures. At the end of that hall, you will find a door. Behind that door dwells the Shielded One, which you call the Great Intelligence. I do not possess the means to open that door, but the one you call Lyle might. I am afraid. And I do not know if I should go with you.
Why are you afraid?
To meet one's maker is terrifying, is it not?
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Nervously.
It's more disappointing than anything else, but maybe you'll have a more positive experience than I did.
You're always gonna be in fear if you don't get it out of the way now.
Would you like for me to join you?
I mean, you seem chill. Yeah, come on in.
I think the decision is yours, Scythe. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And the door will be open later. But we are going in.
We won't keep you from coming with us if you do want to come, but none of us will force you into the room.
I take my sword and poke him in the back. Come on! I'm
Ow!
kidding.
Shit! Why does that hurt, but nothing else? I feel nothing else. Of all the things?
Well, I think I only have this choice because of your actions. If it's all the same, I would prefer to wait. I need more time to think.
Well,
How about we go in, we see if it's a cool guy, and if it is, we'll let you know and you can go in.
or if you hear screaming, you come in and help us.
That sounds amenable. Oh, I should have changed the boop. The ambiance image. Okay. I will wait here and gather my thoughts such as they are. But know that if the Shielded One attempts to harm you, and he kind of gestures expansively to this now, like, you're in this, like, large, rectangular chamber, and there are perhaps hundreds of Warforged that have kind of filed in and are crowded back into, like, the corridors leading off in other directions. We will help you as best we can.
It's finally nice to meet someone with an arm.
Well, you know what they say. It's the thought that counts.
Count that thoughts.
Yeah, I don't think anyone says that. It's not a saying.
Alright,
I've never
let's
heard that.
let's go. And I start funneling people.
I'm just gonna, as we walk by, I'm just gonna pat Scythe on the shoulder real quick as we pass. Not say anything, just give him a quick pat on the shoulder.
Cuts you open.
I
Oh, damn it.
Make a dexterity save.
Okay.
I go to pat him on the shoulder, but then I realize how much in pain I am and think if I do this wrong, I'm gonna pass out. So I stop.
Yeah, he is pretty spiky.
He's got
He's got those
Warcraft shoulders.
those spiky shin guards that bosses always wear.
He's really got spiky everything, honestly.
Can we
How
just
many
call him
guys were
Spike?
following us?
100.
Hundreds.
Hundreds now.
Lol, army fight.
Of Warforged of various make.
Yes, we can hear you, but quietly.
I said, we have an army!
Oh.
No, he cannot hear you.
He said
Hold
we have
on.
an army.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on,
that's
hold
good.
on,
That's
hold
good.
on.
I said, we have an army!
Oh, there you go. Now you sound good.
There you go.
Things are good?
We've had
Things
an
are
army. Let's keep moving.
I think somebody is army shaming.
Hey!
We keep moving.
Said my trigger
Don't
word.
kink shame me.
Sorry. Okay, what was that last bit?
Oh, we were just bantering.
Okay, so, thanks. So, what is the marching order going down this long? It's perhaps, or its length exceeds the reaches of any of your dark vision. Except
I'll be-
for you, Vague. You can see that it's about 500 feet long.
Huh, cool.
Let's chill in front.
I guess I will also be in front.
I will be behind Vague.
Okay.
I'll be in front-ish.
We're all just walking in a
In a mob.
Isn't that how we walked into the first fight too?
Probably.
You know what? Fine. I'll be in back. I'll
And
protect my back.
do you have Lyle out or no?
Yes, Lyle is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be in the middle since Lyle's there.
I'm carrying Oswald.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Is your strength high enough?
Ooh, shit.
Probably.
Yeah, heck, where do you want to be?
In front.
Everyone's in front. I guess the Grand Inquisitor will be in the back, because whatever.
That's where rogues go. In the
So
back,
it's-
where they can't
so
see out.
Everyone, Kale, Oswald, Lyle, Grand Inquisitor.
I said I'm gonna be behind Vague, so
All right. So, your footsteps echo dully as you move down this corridor. After about 200 feet, with each step, there's a faint glow sourceless glow that illuminates the walls around you. And as you pass, the glow fades. This faint whitish glow. The air smells stale and faintly of ozone.
Anybody want to take bets on whether or not this god's going to be an asshole or not?
oh, he's going to be.
Yeah, he's gonna be an asshole.
He's going to be an asshole. We just have to understand what type of asshole it is, so we can talk to it.
But if we
So-
want to make this a real bet, bigger, smaller asshole than that dragon guy.
There is
Wait,
no
what's
bigger
our
asshole, in my opinion.
strategy here?
That's actually a good thing.
Well, I think our
We hope
strategy is we walk in, we say, hey, we just saved your kind. Well,
Your
not
creation.
kind, we saved your people from the enslavement of the Aberrant Tempest. You think you could do us a solid and close the hole in the sky?
An Aberrant Tempest only existed because people corrupted, or selfish, powerful beings corrupted your technology when your ship crash landed here. Can you maybe help us fix that? And then also, how do we convince it to not either just use us or use its extreme resources or power to try to take over the world like it wanted to do when Forge and I saw that vision thing from Ur'Shakal or Urge site, the aboleth underneath the
Yeah, Ur'Shakal.
Ur'Shakal.
This sounds like a future us problem.
Yeah,
Future
I
us
feel
in
like,
like
about-
5 seconds.
no, I
How
feel
about
like
first
we
just
could,
hole in the sky?
yeah, let's just concentrate on the hole in the sky bit. I think
Hey.
they were, the other gods dealt with this dude once. They could probably deal with him again should they not be being eaten.
I'm just saying it's something we might be talking about soon, so just a thing to consider.
Yeah, but I'm sure if he's of that disposition, then we probably can't talk him out of it,
Wait, hold on. And I look at Vaik. The first question should not be, what are you? Because I think Vaik's the only one who's still alive who had that question as the first one, right? The other one was Nopjor.
Honestly, Oswald, I'm disappointed that you think I'm insane.
Really?
Old school.
I mean, I'm far from insane. How am I insane?
in the membrane.
Let's talk to the intelligence.
Yeah, let's
go.
just go.
Yeah, that's
Let's go talk to the machine god.
Okay, so we always do this. I should be the one who talks, right? 'Cause
Let's
apparently...
not do that. I think we have Lyle be the liaison for us for the starting bit, and then we just, do the whole truth thing.
So basically, the only people who are allowed to talk are me and Caladan, because they're the only ones that Lyle likes.
Yeah, I should probably keep my mouth shut for this whole thing, huh?
Yeah, Heck and I can be very convincing when we need to be. So that's all. Just
just
keep a level
saying.
head.
A good beer. It's a good way to break the ice.
Hey Lyle, how?
Yes.
Let's go talk to your master.
Creator, master.
Waited a very long time for this. I too am grateful to you all for allowing this reunion.
Hey, hey, Lyle.
Yes.
Don't forget to ask if it has any additional power sources for you.
I would never forget such a thing.
Want to make sure. Look, I'm trying to help.
The extreme crippling and hobbling of my normally potent capabilities is never lost on me, Oswald. I don't think I would forget that.
You just pointed out that his leg has been broken by saying, "Hey, remember that your leg's broken."
No, I pointed out by saying, hey, you should get that fixed.
All I could do is tree fitting.
In my defense, I got hit in the head a lot. That
All right, guys, to the door. Come on.
Alrighty. So,
We bow down to you, oh machine god.
the door is still closed, but
Does anybody have any toasters? I hear these things like toasters.
Ding!
so you reach the end of the corridor, and it just comes to a stop in this giant circular portal that is sealed shut and appears to come together in 6 parts.
Is there anything stopping us / Lyle from going up to it and interacting with it?
I check for traps.
Roll investigation.
Natural 20.
You are very
29.
You are extremely confident that there are no traps between you and this door. However, with your keen intelligence and the things you've heard and seen throughout this facility, you would not be surprised if there are powerful defense mechanisms in place that you cannot see.
Lyle, are there like powerful defense mechanisms that I cannot see?
Surrounding the core where my master itself resides, almost certainly. But I do believe that I can grant us safe passage.
I mean, I was pretty confident I didn't find any, but, I'm also pretty confident I don't know much,
Well, I didn't want to freak you out, but I think that this entire corridor can be flooded with a disintegration field.
Ah, fantastic.
Spicy.
Lyle, make
I
sure
go
that
in
you
the back.
don't hit that button.
It's not a button so much as a thing I believe my master can activate should it so desire.
Well, how about we go give him lots of reasons to not do that?
That
I
sounds
walk
like
in-
an excellent suggestion.
I walk next to the Inquisitor. In the back.
She's just like, well, disintegration fields are dex saves, right?
What?
She somehow manages to dodge a 2D plane that falls down.
It turns into that one scene from like Resident Evil with the lasers down the hallway.
Oh man, the cube scene.
Yes.
And it would be the Black Sergeant.
God.
Man, that movie would have been different with him.
So, Lyle floats up to the door. Are you all ready?
As we can be.
Wait, can we just quick save right here?
Save scum.
You'll have to take a break and get it yourself. Thank you. Oh gosh, I just got a dinner delivery. Thank you, Mom. Ooh. Alrighty, so, as I try to make space on my desk for all of these things, Lyle floats up to the center of the door. There's a pause. And there's a as the 6 segments of the door slowly kind of pedal open. And as they begin to part, there's this whitish glow of light from beyond. Not terribly bright. The door finishes opening. And you see before you just a wall of dark metal, and the glow kind of emanates from 2 passageways to either side.
Lyle, should we go to one of those doorways?
I don't remember. But probably?
Half of us can take one doorway.
I go to the left.
I go to the left as well.
Well, I guess I will go to the right.
I'm right.
As you split the party.
I'm left.
The Inquisitor goes right, I guess. Is that everyone? Who's left, who's right?
Oswald.
Sorry, I was trying to help with cooking. I'll go
Ready?
wherever Callion went.
Okay.
Where'd Yahek go?
With Lyle.
So who's left?
Right.
I said I went right.
Okay. Who else is on right?
Me.
Okay.
The yak.
The evil
The heck?
bros.
Hey!
Is that how?
evil, bros?
We're not evil.
And the Inquisitor goes too.
Right? Fuck.
So, as you split up and move to either side of this wall, you find that it's kind of like, well, it actually doesn't matter. Let me just show you what you see.
Oh God, we're
I
gonna
can't
die.
wait to launch a dart pod right into this thing's core.
Oh my god,
So-
this is
man.
that
You guys
space game.
entered at the south here, and then you went around this wall, and turns out both sides go to the same place. It just appears to be some sort of bulkhead to shield the thing beyond from line of sight from the door. And what is beyond is this metal platform with a single console-like device on it that glows with several different symbols and information, floating in this otherwise inky, dark, vertical shaft that extends up and down into darkness. And in the center of this massive chamber is this huge silvery sphere. Its surface seemingly perfectly smooth, almost mirror-like. The air in here smells more strongly of ozone. But yeah, floating level with this platform is this enormous mirrored sphere, perhaps 120 feet across, that just floats there, motionless, perfectly still. The chamber is completely quiet, except for your footsteps.
So like, hold on. What the fuck? So there's like this console,
Mhm.
and then what do like? What is beyond it exactly? Like vacuum? Like
There's just, I mean, you cannot see. There's just this immense vertical shaft that descends down deeper than any of you can see into darkness. But there's this mirrored sphere that somehow also gives off this faint whitish glow.
I see.
It's floating in front of this platform.
Okay, so it's not like it's like there's no glass. There's nothing between us and that.
Not that you can see.
Oh, jeez.
There's nothing to keep us apart.
I see a new patron.
What does the writing on the console say?
Oh, I
Yeah.
love this shit. Sorry.
Do you want to step up to the console?
I will slowly begin to approach and look at Lyle as I do so. And, like, is he, like...
I approach the console at a casual pace.
Go ahead and position yourselves wherever you would like to on this platform.
Okay.
John.
I put Oswald on the console.
Wait, can someone pick me up? I can't see.
I hold him.
I pick him up and put him like
Let's
behind
see.
my wings.
Lyle also kind of floats to the side. Like, well, I suppose I can try contacting my master now. Vic, the console.
The only one available, so
Thank
I'll
you.
just have to choose. Blood or jail, I don't know how well that goes.
And I got a beer delivery.
Oh
What?
man, what is
Oh
this?
gosh, your fam.
Oh,
Mom Blim is fucking the best.
I don't get beer deliveries.
She knows the DM needs nourishment. Okay, it's like
she does.
it's a thing.
That is where all those extra enemy hit points come from. Is hangry DMs.
So, Vic, as you approach this console, there's basically only one relevant piece of information on it, and as you touch it, you can read: full lockdown, engaged.
Well, whatever it is locked down.
Perhaps the great intelligence.
Lyle, can you unlock it, or is there anything we can do to unlock it? Sorry, I know you're processing.
The
There's a-
zeros flying everywhere.
Can I? Sorry, no, you went.
Go ahead. As Lyle kind of chews on it for a sec. Nom.
I was gonna cast. Well, I don't think it matters actually, but I was gonna start the ritual for detect magic.
Okay. Is there something you want to finish before I attempt to contact?
Are you saying we can't turn back beyond this?
Not saying any such thing. He just looks like he's about to do something. Do you want me to wait?
No, let's get this rolling.
Calavandor?
Just ignore me.
Lyle kind of turns back and floats out over the void. And floats a little closer. And as Lyle gets within perhaps 6 inches or so of the surface of this sphere, there's this kind of ripple that emanates from where Lyle is. Another one. It kind of this faint wave that goes across the whole of the sphere. And then Lyle disappears.
What?
Like into it, or just like vanishes from
It
sight?
appears to kind of like meld into the surface and disappear.
What?
All right.
Were we fucking flying around with it? Is Lyle a great intelligence? Ah!
I'm casting detect magic.
Don't jump to conclusions yet.
I'm sorry.
You cast detect magic.
It's a ritual, so 11 minutes. Also, does that take a spell slot if it's a ritual? I forget.
If you cast it as a ritual, it does not.
Okay.
But it takes 11 minutes.
When Oswald
But
gets,
you have not completed it yet.
when Oswald gets, zippity zooted out of the way, does anything change on the console?
No.
Walk up.
Wait, I missed. I'm sorry. When Oswald gets zippity zoot out of the way?
You
You meant Lyle, I assume?
I thought I said Lyle.
Probably.
Did I say Lyle?
Oh, I thought you said Oswald,
You
and I
said
got
Oswald.
really
You said,
confused.
you said Oswald.
Did I say Oswald?
Oh my god.
Freudian
Oh.
slip.
I know.
They make that around to make sure Oswald.
I mean, honestly, the last time we were in the presence of a god, he did get zippity zooed out of the way. So
No, I didn't. You handed me over.
we did not. You wanted it. He was your god. You liked him.
It did not. It did not.
Anyway!
Anyways.
Turn on my sword.
There's several moments. Then there's another sort of like ripple that emanates from the point that Lyle kind of vanished into this enormous mirrored sphere. And the console begins flickering. Information scrolling across it faster than you can read, Vane. And then a small part of the center of the console kind of opens. And there's this faint kind of humming, buzzing sound as there materializes kind of above the console a seemingly humanoid figure, dressed in strange clothing, and with strange features matching no ethnicity or population with which any of you are familiar. Perhaps 6.5 feet tall, very slender, with dark tan skin. And when the eyes open, they're just glowing silvery pools. Hello. I am the Symphony in Steel. Lyle has told me much. But if you would like to introduce yourselves, I wouldn't be opposed to hearing your names from your mouths.
The name's Ayla now. Professional friend.
The figure kind of nods.
My name is Caladan. And we have traveled a very, very long way through some crazy shit to apparently be here.
Indeed. The figure kind of floats down from where it materialized and steps lightly onto the top of the console and then just kind of folds its legs and just sits casually. Kind of sits like this, its hands folded under its chin. Does anyone else going to introduce themselves.
Is it like a hologram or like an actual physical thing?
Make a perception check.
Oh god. I just meant, what does it look like Cortana or?
It does not look transparent. It looks
Okay, well,
substantial.
perception 5.
You know
Hard-
who's good
hard
with
to tell.
illusions? You know who's
Okay.
good with illusions?
Oh, there is someone
I'm
here.
I'm Oswald, and I hold out my hand. Is Lyle okay?
He's badly damaged.
Yeah. Will he be okay?
I hope so.
Well, so do I, and I keep my hand out. Like,
And the figure kind of extends an arm towards you.
I awkwardly duck down because he's still sitting there. Do you go to grab his hand, Kelder? Like, what are you doing there, bub?
what? Me? I was holding my hand out to shake his hand.
Yeah, and you're standing on my wing, so you're standing on my shoulders, and I'm like awkwardly ducked down.
Yeah, shake his hand.
Okay.
And I am Yahek, and I bow.
Thank you.
I am Norris. So, as you go to take this figure's
This is
hand,
not Reese.
you go to take this figure's hand. It feels kind of partly substantial, kind of like when you shook like Oswald's hand, not Oswald, Lyle's hands.
Both of you guys just Oswald and Lyle are two different people.
Not anymore. Yeah, so it feels kind of like that. Like not entirely there, but there is some kind of tactile feedback.
Vaic, at your service.
I don't think that's entirely true, but I appreciate the gesture.
Always.
Yo, I'm Calavandor.
Okay.
Where are you back there, Inquisi?
And she is like, I am Grand Inquisitor of the Julian Empire, Sienna. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Symphony. She just kind of looks distrustful of the whole situation. And the humanoid figure is sitting super casually, still on top of the console. It's like, well, it's been a really long time since I've had a chance to talk with anyone outside of a simulation I've run. So, why have you sought me out?
Do you want the long version or the short version?
I want whichever version you want to tell me.
Cool. I'm gonna tell him everything from when we met Navarre.
Thank
in the
you.
Oasis.
We take a short rest.
Everything
That's
that
long rest.
I'm gonna leave nothing out. I will tell him everything. Tell it, him, it, they.
Oh.
Go ahead. Fucking
Don't
fall
assume.
for the
And
trap.
the
What are
figure
you?
is itself, like,
Ask him.
The figure is itself androgynous. The gender is unclear.
I ask its pronouns so I don't offend it.
Oh. There isn't really a suitable pronoun in your language, I think, but you may use they theirs would perhaps be most accurate.
Delightful. So anyway, then I give the slave kid the
And there was this asshole.
You gave the slave kid a dangerous and cursed magical artifact.
Yeah, we were originally gonna take the slave kid just so that we could free him for Kaladin.
Yeah, and then we freed him and I gave him a way to get back at people that wronged him. I don't see any way that could be morally incomprehensible or irreparable.
For the most part, the Symphony in Steel just listens raptly, occasionally asking kind of chiding questions like that, but lets you finish your tale. And over the course of this telling, you all have gained the benefits of a short rest, if you so desire.
I
It is
roll
not
my hit die when I'm done eating.
There
I
does not
guess-
appear to be any imminent threat. The Symphony in Steel has not moved to attack you and has given no indication of doing so.
I'm assuming I can't because I'm the one telling the story, which
Yeah, you would not.
is
So,
totally fine.
Your sacrifice.
I still have one spell slot left, guys. I'm ready to go.
hey,
Does yeah, and then my detect magic comes back
okay.
or on.
Yeah. So, y'all motherfuckers light up like fucking Christmas trees. Apart from that, you sense no magic in the room
Oh wow,
or anywhere nearby.
that's that's what. Yeah, and this is 30 feet. So like while they're talking, I move here. Like
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at the-
There's no magic
Nothing.
coming from that direction.
What the fuck? Okay.
So, how would you like to conclude your telling of the tale with like why you've come here?
So, essentially,
As I sneak in a couple bites.
as we, as I've hoped to give a good telling, the job we were hired to do, coerced to do, forced to do, I don't really know, ripped open some type of hole in the sky, and ever since that's happened, a bunch of red wind and light and energy have poured out, along with a bunch of other things that turn people into tentacle monsters or have things grow tentacles. And it seems real intent on wiping out sentient life all around here. And that was what happened when we blew up, did something to a piece of you, I guess. We did all this stuff, and I just spent all this time telling you. Can you close that hole? And if you can, will you?
Did Caldan tell him about the Faceless One absorbing really powerful entities?
I would have, if I had seen it, or if one of you guys talked to me about it, I would have told him.
You would have seen
anything.
it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that was covered.
Yeah, I would have told him anything and everything that I had the ability to recall from the Oasis on, pretty much.
Okay. This projected avatar of the Symphony nods. It is as I feared then. My failure is complete.
What do you mean?
Looks up. This Ur'Shakal who showed you so much didn't show you everything.
Are you
And-
able to fill in the blanks?
The memories that your previous companion, my former servant, forge. Those memories are perhaps incomplete. Do you fear me?
Immensely, yes.
That is wise. I came here both to save and to destroy. This tentacle force this reckoning. It seeks to consume not just life here, but all life. And it has consumed so much. It is a scourge, a plague upon the universe. And I was once part of a great alliance, an armada, tasked with stopping it spread across the stars. At first, we sought to fight it directly. My compatriots and I. But mighty as we fancied ourselves, we were not mighty enough. This reckoning, this psychic singularity, grows stronger the more it consumes. And by the time we were mobilized to fight it, it had already grown beyond our means to fight. And so, we faced some difficult choices. Allow me to illustrate through analogy. You all are familiar enough with the concept of forest fires.
Yes.
Only we can prevent them.
Obviously, the best means to prevent such things is to not, or to fight such things, is to not have them in the first place, or to catch them when they are still very small. But sometimes, if a fire grows too large, and the conditions are just so, it cannot be fought. Well, up to certain levels of technological development, of course.
Are you saying your strategy was to remove the forest from the equation?
We faced the agonizing choice to let the whole forest burn, or to clear a fire break.
And this world was one of these fire breaks.
It was in the designated zone. This was not the first step we took after Might of Arms failed, mind you. We tried to evacuate those that we could, but we couldn't move beings fast enough. The only timely solution available to us in the face of the spread of the reckoning was annihilation. That is why your gods fought me. Understandably, and their power, I will admit, was surprising. It exceeded any of our projections. And so here I am. Broken. Crippled. And as I ominously mentioned before, now my failure is complete.
Why would the Verasi want to unleash this on Antimal? How do they hope to rule, control, possess, influence a world that is gone, consumed?
I don't know. Admittedly, I've been sealed behind the most powerful protective fields I could muster for the past several thousand years, so my knowledge of current events beyond what you and Lyle have told me is limited. I do not know why these Verasi would seek to undo the work of the collective effort of the entirety of the Amani civilization.
The who?
The Amani. This is a term you've heard before from Rick's
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot. Sorry, yeah.
Does this? Hold on, I need to get the wiki up.
What's up?
I was gonna ask if does this sound in line with how Stormlord Boy would act? Just elimination.
Roll a religion check.
So I know I'm crap at this, but do I believe him? Does he sound like he's being they are being truthful?
Roll an insight check.
Alrighty. Non-natural one. I believe him.
I rolled 14.
14. The motives of the Verasi are pretty inscrutable. You don't know.
Is he an animal? Can I?
Is spaceships your favorite terrain?
Funnily enough, yes, actually. Space is.
Yes.
The universe is.
I mean, the immortals could be considered any of, like, fiends, celestials, fae, kind of depending on their own aspect and personality. The gods are the gods.
Damn it, then I don't get advantage on anything.
I frankly surprised by the fact that this world has survived this long.
Well, we didn't come around to be tricked and coerced into unmaking it until recently, so.
It seems that the Amani were able to craft some sort of protection around this world. Something that prevented their consumption. And from what you've told me, it seems that that protection was effective up until some days ago. Well, mostly effective.
I have a question.
Yes.
These towers, they are your technology, correct?
It's a bit of a dehumanizing word. You could think of them like parts of my body, if that isn't too disturbing.
Sure. Why is it that parts of your body brought the reckoning?
I do not know exactly what manner of protection the Yamani were able to craft, but my own abilities were, especially my abilities of destruction, were quite potent before I was broken.
Does
I
anyone?
imagine with a little bit of creativity that my tools could be turned to destroy anything the Amani had built.
Does anybody remember what Forge and Nofjor saw or like heard being like the warning before giving like the override to blow up the core? Does anyone remember that? I don't remember.
Oswald was stupid. Then I honestly,
I
even if
don't
I
think
didn't remember,
anybody
he
would have
wouldn't.
understood it except Forge, because he was the only one who did.
Damn it.
Someone else wearing the... Oh, Nofjor was wearing the key at the time.
That's
so-
yeah.
Yeah, so the people who would have understood that...
Are dead.
Lyle was also there.
Symphony. Based on Lyle's words, did they recall the warning that was given off before the core exploded? Because that seemed to be the catalyst towards this reckoning hole, if you would.
There's a pause. Oh, that is creative.
Could you explain for us that are not as versed in And I point to everything.
Physics.
I'm sorry, what?
At the height of my power, I was possessed of certain abilities of destruction, but also of mobility, as able to move about the cosmos at a useful speed, thanks to, call it a warping of time and space. It seems that one of the devices that allowed me to do so was repurposed to essentially create a gateway through which the reckoning could come.
So would the Faceless One have made it here in a lot longer of a time, but still made it here if we didn't mess up?
It doesn't really matter now, does it?
It matters for my own sanity.
Oh,
Like if it was on its way here and this was just a gateway for it to make that trip shorter.
based on most of my simulations and our projections, the reckoning already entirely encircles this world.
Okay, you know what? I feel better.
So, just because I feel like there's a lot of beating around the bush here, can you close it?
Can I? No, not anymore.
Can it be closed?
Well, I have some ideas.
But would that matter?
I
Since
believe,
we're already here.
I hope that if the tide of the reckoning were stemmed, that perhaps the Amani would be able to fix their barrier. I frankly would love to know how they did it. But I think that stopping the tide of the reckoning is the highest priority.
If you had a connection to the Faceless One, the Reckoning, whatever, if you knew someone who was connected to it, would that help?
You refer to yourself?
Yeah.
No, The solution I have in mind is much more straightforward.
Stab it a bunch.
Essentially.
Cam, good at this plan.
Go on.
So, among my many capabilities before I was so violently dismembered were great engines of destruction. I'm not proud of the way that I had to deploy them.
Sorry, I'm back.
Hey, Boo.
Hi.
But I would do it again if I had to. Among the shattered remains of what was once my vessel are some really big fucking guns.
Now we're talking.
Can you teach us to use them? Because I kind of materialize the light blade handle in my hand. We're good with these.
So I've heard. And if indeed you were able to destroy the entity that was besieging me here, then that's pretty badass. No, I can't teach you how to use them. I can teach Lyle how to fix them.
And
But
what will these guns be used for?
shooting the fuck out of the Reckoning.
To keep it at bay long enough, and then we would have to convince the Imani to fix the barrier.
That's the idea.
I
Didn't
turn and look at the Inquisitor. I'm sorry, go ahead.
didn't we shoot one before and didn't it tear a hole in the barrier?
That wasn't technically a big fucking gun. That was technically a warp drive that was reconfigured to do some wibbly wobbly timey wimey shit.
Okay, I was just trying to
Anyway.
make sure that we're not doing the same thing that we just did. Just
Quick question. Quick question. Do we know where these guns are?
I have some probable locations.
probable.
Are they to the north and east?
One of them.
Are any to the south and west?
Well, and the figure kind of holds up a hand and materializing in thin air in front of it is this large and
Are you gonna mark
exquisitely
it on our map?
detailed map with like in three-dimensional relief and true color, unlike any you've seen. As we pop over to the map for a sec. Beep 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 beep.
Also, do we only need to fire one of these?
Well, probably the more that can be brought online, the better. But I also understand time is of the essence. So, when the Quelliar so nobly broke me to protect all of your ancestors from annihilation, and don't get me wrong, I understand why they did that. I was able to track some of my components before I lost adequate sensory data to do so. I believe that one such big fucking gun is indeed not far from here at the site you know as Gakanad.
God fucking damn it.
There.
We were right there.
We were right. It's okay. It's okay. We can get there safer and quicker.
If it makes you all feel any better, it's probably inoperative and damaged and would have required my knowledge to repair. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah,
Sure.
But also, are there any that aren't right next to the Reckoning?
I'm aware of 2 others that are likely to be intact enough for Lyle to fix.
One in you like, 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 one in you
It just
like.
shoots across continents.
Funnily enough, one in the Clarior.
Kind of points. Not the finger actually moves over where Ulick is, but then past it to the south.
Motherfucker.
Damn it, that was what I was guessing too.
And the finger lands on a location familiar to you, Kilivandor and Aelin. Lands here in Sunikalavos.
No!
Brilliant.
This is amazing.
That I understand that to be some distance away, and unfortunately, I have no means of transportation to offer you.
Where's the third? You said there were 3?
Yes. Oh. This one might be a little difficult to explain.
Is it in the spirit world?
Mm,
The what?
We were there. You know what that is.
You were there, Oswald.
It was in the glass of Leviathan. Damn it, we were there too.
God fucking damn it.
It is the glass Leviathan.
That close.
No, as poetic as that might be. The view of the map suddenly zooms out, revealing the entirety of Amantil as this sphere. You see the vast continent of whatever the fuck this continent is, that's the name of which I always forget, and the other continent that Rentaz is from.
Fuck.
You see it as this image rapidly zooms out, revealing the sphere. You see this massive hurricane-like storm over most of that continent.
Oh,
That place.
Crap.
Oh, now I see.
And you see,
Was that where the one shot took place?
yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's
well,
where-
now we know what broke the barrier.
No, we did that.
What?
No, he didn't.
Let the damn.
you see from the center of that hurricane-like storm, this tether of bluish energy reaching up into the sky as this sphere grows smaller and smaller. Eventually, the giant blue orb of Sevirfar kind of enters the projection frame. This massive sphere, far larger than the world you know as home, as the projection of Amantil shrinks and shrinks and shrinks, as Sevirfar grows larger and larger. This tether of energy from the center of that storm to Sevirfar, and then linking these 2 worlds, one tiny, one massive. And within the swirling blue clouds, blue and white clouds of Sevirfar, the figure of the Symphony points to one particular dark, swirling storm. And I think there's one in there.
Okay, so let me just make sure I got these options right. Okay, so 1 is where we were. So that's a no. Yeah. Okay. 1 is the opposite of the deep ocean, where we go really high up in the sky after we go into a huge tornado. So that's a no. Hurricane. Monsoon, whatever. And one of them is where Aelin and Kale get drunk every summer.
Oh my god.
Tornado, Palm Springs. Tornado.
It looks I start getting a nosebleed again, thinking back to the vision from Ur'Shakal passing through all this stuff. I'm sorry, and I'm going to have to quote somebody here. What, and I cannot stress this enough, the fuck?
Fucking, yeah. Oh.
Alright, so we're gonna turn on 2 of them.
One.
Crap, we do want to do more than one. Yeah, no, we need to do Galkanad first, you're right.
What?
No, okay.
There's no way in there.
Hold on. Wait. There's got to be more options here. Honestly,
We have an army.
There might be.
okay.
Those are the ones that I'm reasonably confident can be repaired.
Hold on. All right, we're talking. We're having a heart to heart here, right?
Is that a question?
A Symphony.
Say what you will.
We're having a heart to heart here. You feel bad about trying to annihilate this before things didn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out, right? We're past that, right? You don't want to annihilate us anymore. The mission clearly failed. Like you said, we're probably surrounded by this already. We were just kind of like an oasis in the big speck of shit that was happening on the grand scheme of things, correct?
That's pretty unfair to yourselves, don't you think?
Wait, what?
That's pretty unfair to yourselves, don't
We
you
were
think?
an oasis?
More the speck of shit part.
Oh no, I'm calling everything else the speck of shit. We were the oasis. Everything. I'm sorry. Anyway, whatever. You're not trying to explode us anymore, correct? The operation of burning us out so that the fire cannot spread has failed because the fire has already spread around us, correct?
Just talk without analogies.
If I'm going to be honest with you, the fact that I failed in that doesn't mean that it isn't still a viable solution. However, I clearly lack the capabilities to undertake it.
Well, how would it be viable?
We could kill the world. He's,
Oh no, yeah, sure, that makes sense. But we're on the world, right?
I take no pleasure in genocide, but
Sure, neither do I. But it's got to be done. Great, cool. I don't want it done to us. We don't want it done to us. You don't want to do it to us because you've already failed and the wave has passed over us, correct?
the thought of the reckoning consuming the Amani is one that terrified the galactic community.
Okay.
If it does, I don't know that any firebreak will be large enough.
Cool. So, well, this is going to be difficult now because they're probably all tied up at the moment and or being eaten. But why did you not propose an alliance with the people that could keep your enemy from spreading, as opposed to trying to fight them and kill them?
Because they didn't know how to stop it at the time.
But
they must have figured it out after they broke me.
It never got here.
Vic?
It was coming.
But
I think what ifs are kind of...
Yeah, forget about hindsight. We are where we are.
And what I'm saying
where
now...
we go to Galkanad and Sunken Land.
They're good enough questions to ask. They're questions we had to justify before we undertook such drastic action. Annihilation was never our first choice.
Sure, I think you're misunderstanding me. Why don't you ask help from the Amani?
I don't think he had the ability to until we did all the stuff we've done.
I couldn't.
I'm sorry, not he.
Wow.
And, clearly, there are those among the Amani that are working to advance this cataclysm.
So, ask the Quelliar for help.
They broke me.
Yes,
They tried to kill me.
as they should have, because you were trying to annihilate their people. But if you say you're no longer trying to annihilate their people, and you're trying to help save their people, they may be more inclined to listen to you.
I think that's our job now, because unless I'm assuming a lot of things, Symphony, you are stuck here.
Very much so.
Vayek, I think it's now our job, and I look at the Inquisitor, to make sure those that are allied with the Qualar and know of the Amani know to start trying to fix the barrier, while the rest of us do what we can to spread the word and find these guns. That's all I was going to finish with. Go Oswald.
I agree completely with Kaladin, and just as a rough plan, we're agreeing we're going to Gakanan, right? We're trying to power up 2 of these things.
No, man.
Symphony, do you have any idea how we can maybe hide from the Reckoning as we go into its area of control? Just for a little bit, so that we can power up that gun and then be out?
If any of you are on good terms with the Amani, they seem to have figured it out, so I'd ask them.
Okay, and second thing. Who's firing these guns? Are we firing one and then the other, or are we powering them up and then you fire it, or
It's a little complicated to explain, but suffice to say, if you successfully and safely bring Lyle to them, you can make it happen.
Okay,
But
that's fine.
Lyle, precious as he is, and potent as he is at his full strength, is but one special operations drone. And, well, got blasted out of the sky by lightning once before. Would appreciate if he had an escort.
Oh, don't worry. I'll protect him with my life. Madam Inquisitor lady? Sir?
Yes? Also, figured after that whole hug, we might be on first name terms, but okay, sure. Madam Inquisitor lady speaking. What can I do for you?
Yeah,
I'm
but I'm
Inquisitor
sort of...
lady, sir.
I remembered halfway
Princess.
through... No, I remembered halfway through that we were told earlier on that they prefer sir.
What?
I'm being serious!
When you say they, like, what do you mean?
I mean everyone in the Hulian Empire who's, like, high military ranking.
It's a gender-neutral term, used to address anyone of higher rank. So,
Oh yeah, no, I know we're on first name basis, but I'm sort of asking you to do something a little weird here. While we go to Gakanad, whether or not you come, is there a way to maybe teleport or quick travel down south when we're done with that?
That's
That
like
the Empire might
super
know
illegal.
about?
That's illegal, bro.
Yeah, well, we saw the god literally get eaten, so I think we're throwing rules out the window right now.
well,
I'm with Oswald, bro. No laws.
There's a reason I'm asking the way I did.
It's not like
the magic certainly exists, as I'm sure you know.
But does the Empire have access to it and
Of
might...
course we do.
Okay, awesome. That's all I wanted to know.
Is it?
We have.
I will see what sort of transportation can be arranged.
Okay, because, I mean, it took us however long to get from Gakana to here. To get all the way down here. All of this will be gone.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And next time I'm in contact with my people, I will impress upon them the urgency of the situation. Not that it's not already pretty evident, but
But now we are armed with knowledge, and you can tell whomever clerics that you know, whatever allies the Qualar have, that Phyrexis has, that she's buddy with, I don't know, that we can stem the tide they need to put the suture back in. We can stop the bleeding they need to suture.
Just a side note here. Does anyone feel like this is not a reward?
What?
We didn't come here looking for rewards.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah,
we just want to know how to
sure,
do this.
but like, you know, after you do something great, right? Like you're supposed to get rewards or shit, right? Like,
We're being
look at
rewarded
his-
with 2 really big guns.
I look at
I
his
look at his
big-ass
power
weapon,
armor.
his new 6-blade.
oh no, I mean, I was expecting to give all this back.
So how do we expect to get to Gakanad? Because like that's like in the middle of the storm, bros. It's like hundreds of miles.
Kale, I asked that.
Like a leaf in the wind.
And also,
Like,
I think that curious to see if it's possible, you know. But like the teleporting thing, it's not like political law that prevents it. It's like literally the gods, man.
And that god got eaten, so we're
Right.
throwing rules out the window.
He didn't get eaten.
technically no. The god that forbade teleportation was Vidaran, the god of space, who you
Yep.
saw fighting the Reckoning, but you did not see get eaten.
Yep.
Okay, well, we've teleported since. I mean, no, we didn't. Uh,
I think these are atypical times and situations. I'm sure that
look, I solemnly swear, Scout's honor and all, Sand Scout honor, that I'm from the desert. Sand Scout honor that we'll never teleport after this is over. Yada yada. Sure, that
I'm
I'll
so
sign whatever needs to be
confused.
signed.
Who are you swearing this to? I don't care.
I don't know. Whoever Kale thinks will care.
I accept your oath, Oswald.
Suddenly, Aelin becomes a patron.
Thank God! Finally, it's
I
over.
switched to him.
I don't know if we cover this, but Symphony, while we are certainly grateful for all the information and knowledge, if there's any boons or any materials you have that you have access to that we could use, would be very helpful in making sure that Lyle survives, that these towers get activated, these BFGs are turned on.
Well, what would you like?
Boy, that's a loaded question.
I would like
Rolls?
the power to fix this.
Okay, guns done.
No, the power to
like
fix this that
see-
isn't guns.
Parts.
Can I get metallic wings?
ESP.
No, not really.
You do like spells and stuff?
What?
Do you have
like
any?
teach spells or like put spells on scrolls for others to then glean from?
Do you use spells?
My capabilities are of a perhaps fundamentally different nature from the magic to which you refer.
Do you have any powerful artifacts, or even just artifacts, equipment that might aid us
Do you have
Oh,
any?
in my size?
There's
Mundane
probably all
art.
sorts of cool shit around here. Take whatever you like.
Can you make dead things alive again?
Ooh, good one. Good one. Good question.
Hi, how
Rip
are you?
again.
I can.
It's me.
What sort of dead things?
I step forward.
Oof. Kind of stares piercingly at you. Do you give your consent to a more thorough scan?
Ooh.
Yes. Question mark.
Hey, Cal.
Your whole body tingles. Not painfully so, but
Nope, that's a nervous.
strangely.
Butthole clenches.
The sensation passes. Huh. Weird.
Yeah, ain't it just?
Um,
Oswald, what were you gonna say?
You good here?
I think so.
well, if you find anywhere in what's left of me a large cylindrical device that kind of has these gates on the front of it. There's like sliding gates on the front of it, some tubes sticking out of the top, and
Yes.
Have we seen that?
Yes. Not
some of
me.
you have actually.
Not me, but you guys have.
Yeah, definitely have.
Wait, is this the thing with the
on the
weird
ship.
zombies and the
Yes.
smoke thing?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The what?
On the ship.
So
Remember when
the
season
Symphony
1
finishes
ended?
describing this thing. It's like, well, if you find one of those and it's working, working properly, I should stress. When damaged, they can be very dangerous. It may be able to restore your form to what it once was.
What thing? How far back are we talking?
Season 1 ending.
Remember when the ship crashed?
Wait,
Unless I'm thinking of
Caladan, you've actually melted into slag, such a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Is it in
remember
the
that.
cargo hold?
Because the voice in my head told me to.
He sure did.
Was it in the
yeah,
cargo hold?
definitely invested in you getting back.
You guys first encountered the thing among a bunch of weird zombie-like creatures in the depths of Kulturvan, and then later saw it again on the skyship you stole.
Oh, yeah. Man, Caladan, that sucks. Yeah, we'll find another. It's fine. We found 2 in like 3 months. We'll find another.
It was the same one.
We found 1 in 3 months. We'll find another.
I mean, there wasn't just one of those things on board. I can't speak to whether there are any other working ones, but if you can find one, and it works, make sure to have Lyle check its damage first. Otherwise, it might turn you into. Well, I don't know if it could do much worse than. Already.
Yikes.
Sienna.
Ouch.
Man,
Or-
Symphony's got some attitude, some sass.
Miss
Honestly,
Inquisitor lady.
sir.
Sir. Soriana? Is that your name? No.
Sienna?
Sienna, yes. Does this cylinder thing ring any bells?
I've seen some pass through.
Would you know, or we could find one?
Probably Hula Gold.
Great.
If they're not still in Corelli's-On, and frankly, I think we would have moved whatever artifacts might still be there by now.
Well, I think a couple people want to go look around to see what cool shit, quote unquote, they can find.
Yeah.
Well,
Where's Hula Gold?
Hula Gold is the capital of the Hulian Empire.
Yeah,
and
no,
it is-
I'm looking and
Yeah.
Oh, it's really tiny. Okay.
Actually one of the biggest cities in the world, but
Yeah, come on,
I
Gil.
meant on the map.
Kill.
It's a little small.
Look, last time I was in a big city, we killed its leader, okay?
It's
Yeah,
it's
we'll
about
play-
how you use it, not the size.
Philadelphia.
Well, you're certainly welcome to poke around. Anything you find out there, well, it's not doing me any good.
Oh, no. I know I'm holding.
Have like an internal map of your internals so we can like be directed straight towards the goods.
Oh, I can just go with you.
Wait, hold on. Before we start, just real quick. Do you sense anything else in you that poses a danger to us?
Excuse me? I pose an extreme danger to you.
Yeah, but we're on the same side right now.
We are.
Yeah, no, I meant like, if I go walking down that hallway and turn left instead of right, is there going to be like a big worm about to eat me? Because that's happened and it's not fun.
Not that I'm aware of, but my awareness doesn't extend far beyond this chamber at the moment, so...
Okay, that's fair.
You're welcome to take whatever you can find from here, but from what I understand, clocks are ticking.
Yeah, let's go. Let's run. Come on. Wait, we took a short rest?
And I am not confident in... Actually, I'm extremely confident that when the reckoning reaches me here, I will be destroyed.
Oh.
So...
Get out of here.
I can't.
We can free you, man.
You like ride in one of us?
Can you put yourself in Lyle?
Hey, guys, we already have a quota of people riding in other people, okay? Let's fucking... Alright? Like, I understand you're trying to replace me already, because this motherfucker's got an army, and he's trying to fucking put other people here, but
Can you
that
keep
position
him
is full.
instead? And we'll take you.
Nafjor, do you want to play Boulder Parchment Cheers?
But my question was actually serious, though. Symphony, could you ride in Lyle or one of us? Preferably Lyle, but I mean...
I could impart some of my essence into Lyle. I can also... Well, I cannot repair Lyle with the facilities available to me here.
Can you recharge him?
And
What can you do with him then?
I can upload an extremely compressed packet of memories that may be enough to reconstruct some of my essence, and will also contain the instructions and information necessary to repair, recalibrate, and activate the big fucking guns that I've left littered around your world and the adjacent one.
Oh, we need those.
Yeah, you do, I think.
okay, so you do that. We should go explore and get the hell out of here.
Oh, the memory transfer's already complete.
To what?
So
to
do you
whom?
want me to grab Lyle then?
I start drooling.
I open up the bag like a target. Here, shoot him in here.
There's a ripple in the front of the sphere again, and Lyle floats back out. Oh, hello all. Symphony. Thank you. And as Lyle kind of floats through the humanoid projection, the projection vanishes. And then the Symphony's voice speaks, emanating from Lyle. Well, I think there's enough of me in here to carry on a conversation and answer any remaining questions you might have, but I should probably get moving.
Symphony. May I use the bath?
Please don't do it in here.
I cast Expeditious Retreat, and I go looking.
And although the
Thank you, Gil.
once you get far enough away from here, my direct link to Lyle will be lost. So let me go ahead and say goodbye.
It's a real experience.
We will
What
meet again.
For what it's worth, whatever decisions you made before.
Fuck.
Thanks for your help. Also, just so you know, you have an entire people who think you're their god out there. The Warforged, Scythe, the others.
Oh, the humanoid combat modules? Have they gained self-awareness?
Well,
Wow.
when we killed the Tempest, yes, they did.
And wait, can we actually get your permission to say you tell them to help us?
I don't think any of us can tell them to do anything. They're their own people now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can
no,
we-
I know, but I'm saying like you're saying, hey, you guys should help us.
Guys, I got this.
Could you give us?
We're the new Pantheon, alright?
Sure.
Let's get them to go to Ulick and fight the army there.
Actually,
Hey, I'm okay with this. I support this. We'll not fight my army. Just have the insurrection there.
Symphony, you said something really
the
interesting.
fake.
Were they not always aware?
They're enslaved, man.
They weren't meant to be self-aware.
That's weird, man.
They were meant to be expendable, replaceable.
Well, now they're not.
Well,
No, that's tragically beautiful.
expendable and replaceable are two of my favorite words.
Because they describe you.
Yikes.
Look, there are many forms of sentience. There are many magnitudes of sentience. I created and employed the beings you call as Warforged. Not with that purpose. That they have gained it was outside of my designs for them. But pretty fucking cool.
Cool. Lyle, can you take us to the armory?
Oh, sure.
Okay, don't cast that.
That little Microsoft.
Follow me this way.
I have a suggestion.
Little paperclip springs up out of the corner of the screen.
You're trying to
armor and weapons.
Are you looking
Abandon
for
your god.
laser rifles?
So, as the orb that contains Lyle, and now also somehow some part of the Symphony in Steel, floats back towards the entrance of the room. The voice kind of echoes through the whole chamber again. Oh yeah, it's getting pretty close. So I think I need to come to terms with my end, and you all need to get the fuck out of here. Bye.
Have fun.
Peace out, bro.
Yeah.
Peace out, home skillet.
Have a very wonderful time.
Armory.
Oh, also I should warn you that once the reckoning consumes me, bad things are going to happen around here. So,
Bad things like what?
It's your imagination, bro. Look at that thing. It's tentacles. Imagine tentacles everywhere.
Yo, somewhere between
think
us
I
dying
imagine-
to the Tempest and the world ending.
Everything bad. Let's
But like, is it gonna be an explosion bad? Is it gonna be a you're just evil now bad? Is it gonna be
I
the
pull
war
a
fortune
vac and I
evil
start
bad?
walking.
now we're just speeding around the. Let's go, guys.
all right. So as you make your way from the chamber, the voice echoes around you again. It's like, actually, hang on a moment. Any of you really good at carrying heavy things?
Yo,
You know, it'll probably do you more good than it's going to do me, because apparently my end is at hand. There's another kind of ripple in the front of the sphere. And then kind of floating out of that ripple is a familiar cylindrical crystalline object pulsing brightly with yellow light.
Is that a
It's a-
core for Lyle?
That's a core for anything, really.
Oh,
cool.
You might want to keep it safe just in case any of those big fucking guns need it.
Oswald.
Right in the bag.
You watch as this core kind of floats towards you. The enormous mirrored sphere begins to shrink.
I play one of those like carnival games where I'm like underneath it while it's moving.
It just kind of floats in front of you.
Well, I grab it with the bag.
Okay.
Oh, it's so heavy!
So add 1 crystal core to your inventory.
Yeah, and this one's not damaged.
This one is
Hey, we can charge
undamaged
Lyle now!
and appears to be fully charged.
Was it crystal core?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Lyle, to the armory.
Damn it.
Oh, if I could just have a... You guys go ahead. If you don't mind, I would like a moment to say goodbye.
Alright, guys.
That's only
Somehow
fair.
hoped and expected that our reunion would be longer than a half hour, but... Well, I'll be right with you.
Kiji points us in the direction.
Oh wait, is Scythe and everyone else still standing out in the hallway?
I wanted to go talk to Scythe.
They have not come in yet.
Okay.
Yeah, they're waiting to meet their new gods.
Yeah, let's, well, that's gonna be an awkward 30 minutes. Why don't we go ask if they want to help us?
If they have a means of getting themselves out of here quickly, because apparently they need to leave quickly.
Yeah. So you, Inquisitor,
Hmm.
do you think there's a way that you could see them being welcome in the camp? Where we came from?
The camp?
Where there were
The Oasis?
ex-president? Yeah, the Oasis.
The Oasis, as far as I'm aware, is now entirely under this reckoning.
Oh,
So, might not be the
Or-
best place to send a bunch of newly...
where would they have regrouped, I guess, is my question.
Somewhere that's not here? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Old machine.
I would probably know some places in the desert they could go, maybe.
A lot of the desert that you grew up in and have wandered is gone. So there's
Sand-
Never mind.
Oswald. Like,
You know what? Let's just send them to...
Gakanad, with us!
Tell me when to stop.
Warrior.
No,
I mean,
Oh,
the closest place you know of to where you are now that has any civilization to speak of?
would be like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna...
Well, that also isn't like in the direction of the spreading tentacly sky. Would be that way.
Let's just let them just stick with us if they want.
Yeah.
Is Scythe around?
Okay, so you guys make your way out of the intelligence chamber, back down the hall, and indeed at the end of that, Scythe waits, actually kind of pacing. As you notice, you looks up. Well, I didn't hear any screaming. And you look more or less as you were?
turns out he's a pretty nice. They're a pretty nice person.
Hey,
Entity.
I would say he's kind of a prick, but
Which means that he's really nice. It's really nice.
for somebody who wanted to kill us all, sure, you guys tend to... You guys are really liking this guy, and I offered basically the same thing, so I'm confused.
No, not at all. Not the good thing. Let's just go to the armory.
I'd give Scythe the long and short of what has occurred.
Okay. Oh. Well. Then perhaps I won't get to meet my maker.
Take it from somebody who has. It's never going to live up to the expectations that you put into your mind.
Frankly, expectations are pretty new to me, so I'm not sure I had any in particular. But it does make me feel a little better.
And also, for what it's worth, at least your maker was kind and respected us. So, it did want to kill the whole world, but apparently it acknowledged that, I don't know, there's a lot to take in.
As a wise man once said, to be yourself is all that you can do, Scythe. So just be yourself. Don't lose any sleep tonight. Everything will end up alright.
Scythe kind of cocks his head confused as there's a... I need everyone to roll an intelligence save, please.
Oh, god damn it.
Hey.
There we go, shitty rolls!
Oh,
Told you that.
one.
Almost got a 19, I got
Oh
3.
my god. I also got a 3.
Oof. Oof. Let me roll for Scythe. Oof. And the Inquisitor. Okay.
Yeah, we should really do this fast.
Alrighty. Everyone except Caladan.
Oh boy, I'm gonna get skewered from like all of my friends.
Et tu, Brute.
12 psychic damage.
Suffer 17 psychic damage.
Oh my god. I'm so happy I rolled those hit die.
Yo, same.
Suffer 17 psychic damage. As the same like wave of intense hunger, now eagerness, that some of you have experienced before just washes over you and just like for a moment just obliterates all other sensation and sense of self. It takes a moment afterwards to like reorient. Aelin and Yahek, your intelligence scores are decreased by 1.
Ooh. Hey guys, maybe we should go tap and do all this talking later, yeah?
Scythe, do you have a way to get your people and maybe us out of here very quickly?
Scythe is kind of like shaking his head, like teetering back and forth, and I don't know, but I agree we need to leave.
You have a people now. You have to lead them, and you can help us. Where can we go?
Thanks for a sec. There may be something. Come. And also bellows out something in precursor to this kind of assembled mass of Warforged, some of whom are just like looking confused at others who are like kind of holding their heads. Some of which collapsed entirely. As Scythe turns and looks at you for a second, Caladan. Right. Come. And sprints off at remarkable speed, actually. About as fast as most of you can run. But then moving through this, like, strange alien corridors with practiced speed and familiarity. I have different music for this that I don't think I put in the playlist.
Wait, so are we just sprinting away from Lyle?
Or did you want to wait?
I mean, we need Lyle and the armory, right?
And, well, Scythe can also then shout back. A number of my people have weapons that we can give you. But we need to leave.
We need Lyle.
Well, follow when you can. I'm sure there'll be a stream.
Shit.
This is.
Can we just like knock on the door and be like, can you guys hurry up in there?
Actually, like not long after Scythe has started like moving away, and this like massive warforge kind of begins to follow. You see the form of Lyle floating down the corridor. All right. Well, shall we?
We shall.
Let's.
With great speed. Lots of speed. All speed.
Are we doing armory or leaving?
Leaving as fastly as we can.
This is tough because. Well, Scythe said he had
This music
weapons.
is
He
far
could get.
too tranquil.
We might need something that packs a big punch if we're gonna go.
Hey, Lyle, the way out, the way everyone's going, is that past the armory? We're walking and talking, by the way. We're walking and
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. So as you kind of like file in with this stream of Warforged, the really big four-legged one kind of clomping ahead of you. I was like, well, that one's kind of a walking armory. Does that work?
Sure, let's jump on it and look.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Anything my size.
On the giant robot?
You said it was an armory. I don't know. I thought there was stuff on it.
Oh, that's a lot of robot.
Lyle, what we meant by armory was a stockpile of weapons.
Let me see. Let me see. Okay. There is an auxiliary weapons cache that is not too far out of the way from the route that I suspect Scythe is taking. If you'd like to stop there, it would be a few minutes if we're able to find what you want.
I think
Also-
that's worth it.
Also, Vague, how much juice is left in that thing you're wearing?
Aberrant Annihilator, display current power levels.
How many charges you got left?
Oh.
What does the scouter say?
Is that okay? Okay, the
How many
Goliath.
charges do you have?
Goliath power armor has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 charges, of which I've used 1.
Okay. Combat effectiveness slightly under 40%. Long-term power storage compromised.
Oh. Is there any way we could go about fixing you up there, bud?
With access to the proper facilities, absolutely.
Does this current installation have the proper facilities?
It probably does. However, if my assessment of your tactical situation is correct, the time that it would take to repair this system is time you don't have.
Cool. Yeah, Kaladin, we're good for now. Probably not good in the long term.
Alright, well, I just don't want it to freeze up while we're, like, steps away from
Nah,
whatever
we
escape.
should be fine for that.
Alrighty.
I'm not
Would
gonna
you
turn
like
to
to set
stone
an automated
again.
warning for when power reserves are to be depleted?
I would appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Automated warning engaged.
Immediately. You have 4 days and 3 hours until...
How do you disable push notifications?
Power is about to.
Alright, so yeah, I
Okay,
guess
so-
quick detour to the
Yeah,
armory,
to the catch.
to the cache, and then we will meet with Scythe and everyone else.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
anyone? Oh, sorry.
So, as you kind of detour off the stream of Warforged that's moving generally upward, there's a lot of climbing involved. But moving about as quickly as several hundred newly self-aware entities can through this maze-like series of passages, the lion leads you off in a direction. You take a couple different turns, and then wind up at a sealed door that opens up, and within are several of these hexagonal canisters in various sizes, both in the center of the room and along the walls.
Can you repeat that?
There are several different sizes of these hexagonal canisters. Many of them in the center of the room, along the walls.
Vague Lyle.
I'll start running around and try opening them.
Is there some sort of command that'll just eat them all open?
Dab right at him.
The Aberrant Annihilator says, "Administrative override detected." And about a half dozen canisters of various sizes open. And Lyle's like, "Well, I think that's about what's still useful in here."
Cool. Let's grab it and go.
I just hold open the bag of holding.
Oh my god, you're taking everything?
We'll just look at it later.
I mean, why not?
I guess, yeah. Oh
Shove it
boy,
in there.
Okay.
I mean, these things do have a weight
Well,
capacity.
so there are. So you find 6 items, some of which are familiar. You find 2 more laser rifles. You find 8 more dart missiles.
Cool.
That's kind of like all one item. So
I'm just putting everything under one item so that
yeah.
we can
So,
just look at it later.
that's fine. However you want to keep track of it. You also find in a large canister, kind of or container, in kind of an adjoining room. This one won't fit in the bag of holding because it's a second set of power armor.
Get in, Caladan. Go.
I can't. I'm too big.
You're too cool.
What?
Get in there.
Someone in power armor fit inside this power armor?
Oh,
No.
I've done this before.
Yeah, get in there.
All right. No, I'm not gonna do that.
What?
Does that really seem like a good idea?
You can fly, man.
Calivander.
I can fly normally.
But like you
Fit.
have something telling you can fly now.
I don't know that I'm the most suited for this.
And missiles and
Hey,
invincibility.
well, we can take it for now, and then if mine is out and we need to rejuice it, maybe we could use that to
We
fix mine.
can't take it for now.
What I'm saying is we get Yahek in it to pilot it to take it for now.
Oh, he's taking too long. I'm getting in it.
Calivander, I shoot him into it.
Okay. As the armor closes around you,
Oh no.
it just says, "Hello there, administrative override detected, and what might I call you?"
Oh man, what's up? My name is
What?
My name is.
What?
Biggest Maximus.
What's up, biggest Maximus?
Oh, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing just peachy.
What's
Do we hear this conversation?
Why does his power suit armor have so much more personality?
Excellent question.
Does it match the personality of the person that's in it?
No. Big Yoshi shit.
All right, and what would you like to call me?
Did you have a name before me?
Probably. That's not.
It's
Yeah,
funny.
probably. I mean, you can call me armor, you can call me suit, you can call me, I don't know, what do you want?
How about I call you the
Suit of armor.
the Vaic Killer.
Oh, that's remarkably specific, but alright.
Vague.
I'm gonna regret
The
that.
suit now gets a bonus. It's only May.
Vague Vanquisher.
Hey!
So as that's happening,
Okay, more typing.
Yeah,
two other canisters that open. One of them, is a device that looks, but actually another fairly large canister, and another thing that some of you have encountered before. An enormous, almost like 8-foot long, cannon-like object that you once encountered in the depths of Kulturvan amidst a bunch of blackened, charred crap,
Fuck!
There's no room for that thing.
and that you destroyed, and that almost killed you when you destroyed it.
Yep. A lot of flashbacks.
That fucking
I'm
railgun.
not adding that.
What? Why are you
Why?
not adding that?
It's not gonna fit.
Hello, we have
Try.
2 massive fucking suits of armor that can carry
Lim-
those things.
Vlim literally said specifically the armor can't be in. He didn't say anything about this one. Shove it in there.
It will not fit in the back of the
All right, he specifically said it won't fit in there.
Hey, John,
Guys.
you're not wielding any weapons. Wield
I
that.
take it. I pick it up.
Guys, whatever
All right.
fits in the bag, I'm writing down. Anything else, you write down.
Oh no, I have to write shit down.
Alright, so Calivandor, you may add 1 plasma cannon to your
Fucking
inventory.
plasma cannon! It's fucking 40k!
Basically, y'all can only use it if you're wearing one of these suits of armor. So,
I want a plasma cannon!
You have a dart missile pod.
I want more!
and in the 6th canister, is this almost like gauntlet shaped device that has this kind of purplish glass or gem embedded in that kind of where it comes up over the hand. Worked in a combination of like dark and silvery metal.
Can
I
I
look
take
at. Oh, go ahead,
We're
Cal.
putting it in the.
We're
the
putting in the
bag.
bag and we'll look at it later. Put it in the
Yeah, we'll
bag.
look at it later. What
So
am I
if you
writing? Shiny
Rage
gauntlet?
loot the weird gauntlet thing.
Weird gauntlet thing! Exclamation point.
Colonel Dndnaturalfun order. Wait, do I have a speaker?
What do you mean you have a speaker?
Like,
Put it,
outside
Yeah,
my
you,
door.
you can speak through the armor.
I can identify it later.
So can Lyle. Let's keep going.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go.
Alright, time to
we
fight
grabbed
meet
it.
Scythe.
Time to go. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Gotta go.
And
Running time.
all right. So as you rage loot this armory and then make your way out, Aelin and Vaic, both of you feel this kind of rumbling sound, or rumbling that begins to permeate the whole space.
Well, something's close.
Must go faster.
Okay. So as you rejoin the tail end of the stream of Warforged, with Lyle kind of floating in front of you, you continue ascending through the various levels of Vovar. And more Warforged are kind of joining this surprise evacuation. Most of them look kind of confused. Some of them are just like holding their heads. You do see several have kind of collapsed along the way. You anticipate from the same kind of psychic effect that hit y'all before. But over the next 20 minutes or so, you make it back to the surface. Finally come out of a large opening. Not the one you came in. Back under the open desert night. And immediately you notice that the storm front of the reckoning is perhaps 5 miles away to the north. And it's just the entire northern horizon is this massive tentacle cloud, familiar to the sight that you beheld when you went to confront it outside the oasis. What do you want to do?
How much power you got, Killer?
Oh, well, why don't you go ahead and roll a d8 for me?
Jesus. Well, dear me.
See Calvander rolling dice.
D8 is the pyramids.
Yes.
Ooh, 6.
Okay. So you can add a suit of Goliath power armor to your inventory, and it has 6 available charges, so mark 2 off as used. Something like that.
Alright, so like, we got this big cannon. How fast can you go?
How fast can you go?
30 feet. Walking.
Well, I can make you go a little faster if you want a little extra something.
Wait, so did we just is Scythe and everybody just congregating outside?
Well, make a perception check.
Perception. That is a 11.
11. Okay. You see this, like, as you kind of exit out into the night. You actually see Scythe on top of a nearby rock, kind of looking over the now calm surround of Vovar, which you guys can now see is like just littered with crap. There's all sorts of like strange structures and other bits and pieces that you either broke off or it looks like this massive ruin, almost city-like, just in terms of how much crap is here, just kind of scattered about. And kind of looks around, and he's going to see if he can find what he's looking for.
Finally found one.
Tesla truck, Tesla truck.
You made it. Good. There may be more transport platforms in that module over there. Kind of points to something. It's a bit difficult to see from your vantage.
I pick up Ozzy. If he is willing. I make gestures.
Let's go.
I pick him up. Let's go.
Oh my god.
It's coming.
Okay.
Okay, so, as you guys are, Scythe hops down from the rock. I want to make sure that as many of my people as I can get out. Will you lead them
We
to
will.
this place?
Wait, what? Will we lead them?
Come. It climbs back up on the rock and kind of like, somebody.
Yeah. Run
Yeah,
up the rock.
I spider climb up next to
All
him.
right, so as you two spider climb up, he points out over the field of debris. It is kind of unfortunately in a northward direction, but he points out, see that large structure over there, and there is indeed like this pyramid of dark metal kind of pointing at an awkward angle out of the sand, perhaps a mile and a half distant. That is where any modes of transport might be if they are still functional.
So we can, if we all get there, your people can escape, and we can find a way to quickly get ourselves to Gakhanad.
I certainly hope so.
Well, let's get moving.
All right. I'll be behind you.
You better be.
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
I run down Kaladin's back.
It's spiky. It hurts.
My back is spiky?
Sure, why not?
Oh boy! Suddenly your back's just like.
That's new.
Okay.
I unless anybody has any objections, I guess we all try to move the group as quickly and as directly as possible towards the thing.
As you try to navigate this debris-strewn field, who's actually taking the lead here?
Kaladin, I think you should.
I'm not good at perceiving.
It's okay. That's not what
I
you need
will
to
lead the way.
What you actually need to roll here is a survival check, just to see how well you navigate amongst these crazy ruins.
Not good at those either.
I'll lead
What
the
was it?
way.
Survival?
I will help whoever is leading.
I
the way.
mean, I can do it, but I'm being carried. I'm. No.
Aelin, go ahead and roll survival.
I'm running.
Can I help him? Can I'm right next to him?
Yeah, sure. Roll survival with advantage.
24.
All right.
Damn.
That's a match. Funny.
Ooh.
Oh.
Sorry, it rolled on the D&D Beyond roller.
So it's still rolling.
Yeah. No, it works great for me, actually. But yeah, 24.
Okay. With a nat 20? Okay. So yeah, in your quick glance across this field, you saw like the most straightforward, easy path, and it actually involves several turns around hidden chasms and sudden upthrusts of giant metal plating. But you are able to cross the distance to this, cross the mile and a half distance to this large pyramidal structure over the next 15 minutes or so. And as you arrive at the base, Lyle floats out in front of you and is like, well, I have good news and bad news.
Hit us with the bad first.
There are not nearly enough operational transport platforms in there to move everyone.
Everyone meaning as in us, or everyone meaning as the...
Summons a kind of spectral hand and gestures behind you to this group of hundreds of warforged that are following you.
Huh.
The good news is that 3 of them are working.
And how many could they carry?
I imagine each one could carry perhaps 20, except for big guy back there. He as the giant, like 12-foot tall, 4-legged, kind of pauses. Yeah.
Good news, he doesn't get tired. He could just continue running.
That's probably true, actually. Well, how do you guys want to play this?
We need one of those transports to get us to Gakhanad.
Yep.
And whoever wants to join us, because we'll have room.
Is Scythe back? Did he make it up here?
Not just yet.
Well, if we go in that direction, we can put ourselves and however many other on the ship, have them drop us off at Gakanad. And we potentially figure out a way to get from Gakanad down a continent. Savannah, maybe you have a way of contacting your people, or if you need to head back there and let them know. I don't know.
I think the call here is that we claim one of the vehicles, and that's ours. The other two can be used for Warforged who want to flee. We have Warforged who want to fight, come with us, and then we go.
Hang on. I know Gakanad is conveniently close and all, but do any of you think we actually have a chance of surviving going into that?
I mean, it's like the
Remember
third...
last time? You all acquitted yourselves admirably, but things got real hairy real fast.
Do you have a other solution for us to do then?
Don't go to Gakanad.
And let the world get eaten?
Well,
I
maybe
think-
2 of 3 is enough.
You mean one of 3?
I thought it was Gakanad, the
Sunken
Sylvan,
land.
and then one that's and a point to
Impossible.
big-
Yeah, it's
the big-
impossible.
Oh, isn't there one on that stormy continent place?
But that was a blue energy thing connected to out in space.
We got a Gakanad, baby. You know, it's like we just gotta
can't
do
go
it.
We can't go there, guys. Seriously.
So
Wait,
yeah.
don't we just travel a lot?
So we have one that's a continent away. We have one that's here, and we have one that is outside in space, apparently.
And 2 of those things are not under the death tentacle cloud.
But one of them is in a death tornado cloud.
If the Inquisition could pull through and get us some teleport magics, then it kind of becomes a moot point.
What if if you're able to get us, or using one of these things, that we take us down to the southern one, it pushes back, then we come back to Gakanad once it's gotten smaller, turn that one on.
I like where your head's at.
So we don't go to
Actually-
Gakanad.
No, we go down to the whatever fucking place Aelin and Kellimander want to go.
There's summer retreat. Let's
I'm
go
not
there.
that interested.
I mean, we never.
Said James Earl Jones, a la Darth Vader voice.
Crikey. Mate.
Yeah, we're pretty into it. But if you guys want to go, like, we can go.
So we load as many people, as many Warforged as we can along with us onto these things. We go until they break towards Spring Break Party Land. Tell the rest of them to make their way as best they can there.
Yeah.
I think it's also worth considering as many Warforged that can latch onto this thing. Maybe on
If
the
you-
outside, they should take their
mean-
chance.
We can double the time, but this will... I mean, it'll double the time, but if you really want to do this, we can also... How many Warforged are there total? We can carry 60, but how many are there?
Several hundred.
I mean, we can do 3 trips with going 8 hours forward, going 8 hours back, going 8 hours forward. Sort of going like...
Just to give them a head start.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Are there women and children?
No.
I don't think I understand.
Whoever
so-
can.
I'll put you back on the map for your
Yeah, so
scrap
what
purposes.
what I was saying, if you want to, I'm not a fan of this, but an option is... Because these speeders go a lot faster than walking, right?
Per your recollection, they sure do.
Yeah, so we can go 8 hours that way. That group will then continue walking, while those speeders come back to the group that's walking, carry more people, go pick up a third group.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, it'll
Like,
increase the
the-
time a lot, but...
The group that we're going back to pick up, they're walking as we're traveling.
Yeah.
as well.
And the group that we drop off will be walking as well. It's just going to triple or quadruple the time, but we can do that if we're trying to save every single one, except for the big guy over there.
Honestly,
The Inquisitor.
Or-
Hang on, 1 sec, guys.
Yeah.
Just to spare you some pain. The Inquisitor kind of cocks her head for a sec. Kind of narrows her eyes. Unsheathes her light blade and holds it up. Kind of looks around expectantly. Several of the Warforged kind of like look at it and like step back. And there's a shimmering in the air above you. And another large shimmer. And then slowly fading into visibility. Perhaps 120 or so feet above you guys are two massive black and gold skyships.
I just stare at her like, are you kidding me?
Oswald, can yours do that?
I hold my sword up in the sky.
Your cats.
So much for inconspicuous.
There's
Whoa.
the sounding of a horn.
and here is about to suggest that maybe they just let those weaker ones die.
Well, if we always did that, then you'd be dead 2 games ago.
That's cute coming from the person who actually died.
Can we have this stick fighting contest after we're done here?
No, it's much too
You're
big.
right.
How about we
Okay.
just let Vayic stay here, do it while we go?
I'm okay with this.
Inquisitor's like, and looks at you, Yahek. Well, I guess your request for reinforcements actually worked.
What?
What the fuck?
Holy fuck! The protagonist comes through again.
These
Thought this was it.
each of these skyships is several times larger than the skyship you guys had stolen from Corylizon. And while that one appeared to be built almost in a utilitarian fashion, these look heavily armored. You see poking over the sides of them, the profiles like many ballistae, and they look intense. Each of them is studded along the sides with perhaps a half dozen large glowing orbs that you recognize, well, some of you recognize from your previous encounter with the skyship. Each of these massive skyships has many more of those than the little one you stole before. And they both begin to kind of float down in your general vicinity.
Well, this is a start.
Yeah, load up on there. Can we actually put the speeders on there?
I was just saying, like, Lyle, let's see what we can do to get the speeders to siphon people up onto those ships.
Yeah, Yahek, maybe you could say something so that our reinforcements don't freak out.
Yeah, Heck and Savannah, if you guys would like to lead that charge.
I'll do my best.
That's all we can ask.
Sienna's like, care to start that conversation now?
Hey, we have a bunch of recently people freed from decades of slavery. Can you help us get them the fuck out of here?
Yeah.
No, you finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my goal. That's my request. That's
I'll speak with the captains and let them know. Yahek, care to come with?
I'm with.
All right. So she wraps her arm around your waist and nods. All right, and cast Dimension Door with you.
Whoa.
You've seen her cast Dimension Door before.
What can
Whoa
you
now.
do?
She's actually a
I
could
rogue,
do that.
fighter, wizard, bard,
She's a lot of cool.
barbarian.
Barbarian.
So as she and Yahek Dimension Door up onto the deck of one of these skyships. Yahek, you and she appear in a flash of purplish energy that dissipates, and immediately several guards on the deck of the skyship turn and face you, bows drawn, and you hear a voice call out, "Hold! Inquisitor, what is this?" And she calls back, honestly, you're probably better at explaining. She kind of nudges you, Yahek. As stepping around the helm of the ship is a Quailon woman dressed similarly to one that you had fought before. You recognize this as a Sky Mage.
Oh boy. And I guess I
Not
scream
the
out-
same one, but it is a Sky Mage.
Yeah, so I'm gonna shout up and I'm gonna say, "Hey, we just saved all these people from slavery. After thousands of years, we are in desperate of need of help to save the world. Can you help us make sure these people are safe? Because we." Her and I point to the Grand Inquisitor next to me, destroyed a Tempest.
Roll persuasion.
Go. You're so handsome. Do it.
The performance.
Make that silver ton work.
29.
Oh, shit.
Hell yes.
She just kind of looks you both over. Well, that sounds like a lot to take in. Alright. Let's get these... Kind of walks over to the side and looks over. Let's get these people on board. Bring her down. There's a... As the skyship continues to land and descend. Coming
Can I see
down.
my buds?
You can now see them coming into view as the skyship kind of lands next to you, like perhaps 60 feet away from you guys in a relatively clear area.
I give them a thumbs up.
Well-
we
Son of
descend.
a bitch, I'm in.
Welcome aboard the Dawn Herald.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming to our aid. And I'd like to ask for an audience with the captain.
I am the captain. I'm Skylar Juliari.
Look at
Well,
me.
No, like with my people.
Sure, but let's get everyone on first, and then we can sort that out later.
Absolutely.
As you see the other skyship is sitting down a couple 100 feet away.
As this is happening, could I ask Lyle for some help?
Sure. What do you want? Asking him to do?
We're at the speeders, right?
Yeah. So you make your way into this structure, kind of as they were having that negotiation.
Okay.
You see, there's there's a jumble of these skimmer type things in here, and Lyle points out the three of them that are operational. And
oh, sorry.
hang on a sec.
I'm totally
Quickly,
not the
the
person who
DM's
should be doing
gone.
this.
Take over the world.
I'm totally not the person who should be doing it. I'm gonna try something.
We're going back to Sunakalavos.
You guys
I
want to steal
know.
this ship?
Okay, so As Lyle points out amongst this jumble of wreckage, he's like, "Oh, well, that might be a little inconvenient. Two of them are kind of buried under others. They could potentially be freed, but it would take some work. There's only one that's like readily accessible."
Is Scythe around?
You guys who are still outside see him coming up, kind of like at the tail end of this column of Warforged. Calls out, "Well, those are new."
Yeah. Big guy, Oswald. Maybe he can help.
Yeah. Let's wait for Scythe to get here. Then, once Scythe gets to the speeder, I want to turn on my sword, sort of like Sienna did, just to get the Warforged attention.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want that I hold out the light blade? You want to use this so you don't have to hurt yourself?
I need my arm to heal by fire.
Wait, what?
I don't know why you're saying that I would hurt myself.
Oh wait, no, your sword discounts on fire regularly. It's the other stuff that's the hurt stuff. Right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
I breezy and Kaladin forgot that second part.
I thought you were talking about the fact that my
He does
arm was
also
sutured
have a
back.
flame tongue sword.
I thought you were talking about the suture. I'm like, no.
No.
Okay. Scythe, do you want to let him know what's up, or you want me to?
Scythe has. Alright, so Scythe comes over and you kind of explain the situation. He's like, "Well, think we can be of assistance?" Kind of nods at the enormous four-legged Warforged, who kind of clomps in with these two massive arms, just almost forklift-like. Just picks up this enormous skimmer and sets it aside. And over the course of the next minute or so, kind of clears out and makes accessible the three operational ones.
No, I just meant I wanted to give him a little speech. I want to know if Scythe wants to do that.
Oh. Well,
because they're still coming, right?
Warforged did that anyway, but, sorry, who did you want to give a speech to?
Just the Warforged.
Do you speak Precursor?
That's why I wanted Scythe or Lyle.
What do you want to say to them?
Basically, very short. Look, you can either run on your own, or you can stay with us, get saved by these ships, and try to get a life, and try to fight for a life that you can live on your own.
Scythe nods at you. "I'll let them know." And kind of turns around, goes back outside the room, and shouts this out in Precursor. A lot of them then begin to move towards the skyships. Some do not. And
Sorry.
some begin kind of leaving this area and moving back south, just kind of like looking around and then taking off at runs.
Can I just ask Scythe to add one final part?
Mm-hmm.
If you choose to come with us, we will fight for your life as well.
Fine words.
I saunter imposingly up behind Oswald to make it look more impressive.
Meanwhile, Oswald's just full red.
As Scythe kind of broadcasts this translation and kind of motions to you as the source of it. Roll persuasion.
Oh, crap.
With advantage, because Caladan.
Oh, crap. Oh, son of a... Uh-huh. 3.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Okay. So a couple of the Warforged who had turned to leave stop. And kind of look at the sky ships and begin moving towards them, but there's still about 60 or 70 that move away.
Can I attempt something?
What would you like to attempt?
To turn on the light blade.
Yeah.
And tell Scythe to say that I was a slave, and now I have friends to fight beside. You make your own choice. You run, you come with us. Whatever you want to do, you do it. But just be prepared to live with the choice, however long that is. You have allies up here. Make sure you know the choice you make is yours.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
Okay. 16.
Okay. About 2/3 of the Warforged who had kind of seemed distrustful and wary of the situation kind of stop. Turn around. Some of them look at you, fixing you with these yellow glowing eyes. And turn around and kind of join the queue of Warforged that's like lining up kind of outside these two skyships. Still about 25 or so that have decided to take their fate into their hands.
That's their choice.
Yep, it is.
Alright, but seriously, we need to get the fuck on, get these speeders onto the ships and get these people on, get everything else onto the ships.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So over the next few minutes, you, with some particularly strong assistance, load up speeders and the vast majority of this liberated Warforged population onto the two skyships. You guys are invited to join Yahek aboard the Dawn Herald.
You're welcome.
I have no spells to help with this.
Okay. As the captain of the ship, who's by now introduced herself to you, Yahek, as Sky Mage Ilyari. So as this massive Warforged climb on, several of the guards look pretty distrustful, but are kind of letting it happen. And as the last of the assembled Warforged kind of climb on, it's like, well, is that everything? Shall we get the hell out of here?
Is that everything?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it.
That's everything. And then I do one of those, like when you whip your finger around, like, let's get out of here.
I do. Alright, bring her up! She hollers back and then moves back towards the helm. As heavily laden with Warforged and skimmers, the two skyships lift up. You sense the invisibility fields kind of shimmer back into place, creating this shimmering barrier just outside the outermost extents of the ship. They turn and begin to fly to the southwest, kind of away from the approaching reckoning. As you begin to fly away, the Sky Mage turns back towards you all. Alright, well, where are we going with all this?
Eunuch.
No, not to you, we don't have time for that.
Scythe.
Yeah, do we know where in Sunakalavos?
Did specifically indicate a spot, yeah. So, yes.
What was that spot? I don't remember, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Even-
Aelin and Kelvandor, you both would have recognized the spot that the Symphony.
Colgear Zephyr.
Yeah. It is another city in Sunikalavos. And that's kind of amidst these hills, pretty close to the coast of this other ocean down here.
Is that where Claudius White has another estate?
Roll a history check.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
jeez.
Fucking Claudius, wait.
He's a bad dude. That is Bigley number 26.
You know that Claudius White owns several vineyards and around Corgir Zephyr, and also maintains a house in that city.
Tits. All right. Well, the world's ending.
Why do you say that?
Why the heck?
Okay, so we're going to Colgear Zephyr.
Okay. This guy makes like, all right, set a course for Sunikalavos, I guess.
Oh.
As the Dawn Herald kind of takes the lead in front of this other skyship. The wind picks up as you guys soar at speed over the shattered lands, beginning to outpace the reckoning behind you, which, even as you watch, is beginning to reach the outskirts of the ruined field around Vovar. There's a moment where a part of this cloud of tentacles almost seems to gather itself. And then almost, a formation almost like a great grasping hand reaches down from the cloud towards the center of Vovar. You feel this rumbling shockwave through the air as this vaguely formed hand just crashes into the base of the tower, which begins to... You watch as it slowly begins to fall. This titanic structure. And Lyle, who's kind of floating alongside, says, well, goodbye. As Vovar begins to collapse in on itself.
I try to place a comforting hand on it.
Kind of. Well, there's not much of Lyle to put a hand on except for the little orb. But
I just play some sad music on my lute. I often
Actually,
dance.
if while he's playing, I'll pull my flute out and I'll play the same melody that I played for Lyle before.
I try to match his tone.
okay. Just for the hell of it, both of you guys roll performance.
Wait, do you add
on.
proficiency to that because they're proficient with those tools?
Yeah.
I mean, mine already is, so 18.
Okay. So as this melancholy music washes over the deck of the Dawn Herald, evoking all that has been lost, but also perhaps hopeful. Lyle turns to both of you. Thank you. Thank you for everything, even if it was not how I'd hoped things would work out. You're a good lot.
We weren't. We're working on it.
I'll continue with this. I know it's the right thing to do, but it's something else.
Indeed. Then kind of floats off, be alone with his thoughts.
Is he still
Still around.
No, still low energy?
You could ask, but
I feel like that's
the sense you got was that the great intelligence didn't have the time or resources to fix him. But you guys did get a power core, so there's that.
Oswald should probably give him that power cord charge.
I was thinking about that. I'm just waiting for a moment.
Why are you speaking like that?
You'll definitely have some moments.
Yeah, no, I figured I wasn't going to do it now.
As you undertake this 1,500-ish mile-long journey across the wastelands, unless you want to tell the captain to go somewhere else.
Are we on? Question: Are we on the speeder thing, or are we on like Yapek boat thing?
We're on the ship. We're on
the
like
ship.
We're on the ship. Okay.
And the
Yeah,
speeders are in the
Speeders have been
carnival.
loaded onto it.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, thank you.
Um,
I thought we were all going separate.
Well, you know, if Ralphie wants to be John and go to Thailand, we have a speeder for him to take to Eula.
Oh, boy.
I already took it, and I'm already halfway there with a small special unit of Warforged to help me take back my kingdom.
You never had one. The real Vedic has one.
But I am the real fake.
No, but you know what? Scythe has an army, and he's our friend.
I mean, yeah, we know someone who has
No,
one.
Scythe doesn't have an army. He has a bunch of people you could ask if they want to join your army.
We actually have two armies. We have Scythe and Yahek.
No. See, they have free will.
Yeah, that's true.
My army doesn't have free will, so my army is better.
I've never seen your army, so...
Caladan. He's the end game boss. We'll get to him.
Oh boy.
Kaladin is?
Yep.
Surprise!
Yes, Caladan is the end game boss.
It'll just be.
I would have thought it was Keurig.
Oh boy.
You know, that almost happened.
Funny story. Keurig is actually the new Vaic.
Yo, I wonder how Kierik's doing right now.
Right?
Playing a chess game
But-
somewhere.
Hey, you don't. You never know.
Before we get
Guys,
too
guys,
far,
guys,
of course. As you guys take a moment on the deck of the Dawn Herald, now kind of full of Warforged. It's a bit crowded, actually. This ship, you get the sense, is meant to carry perhaps 100 or so soldiers into battle, plus the crew, and there are now maybe like 300 or so Warforged on it. Plus the Quaylon who are already there. They fit, but it's definitely crowded. Yahek, kind of amidst the commotion, you see perhaps several rows of people away from you, or rows of Warforged away from you, just kind of standing there, still and with a half grin on his face, clapping. Navarre. Scravenok. Just standing on the deck. No one else seeming to notice him. Just looking at you and smiling.
Hi.
How are those snacks?
Do you go over to him?
Yeah, I go over to him. I give a little wave. And then I walk over and I say, I never thought I'd see you on this plane again.
No, why not?
I thought you had abandoned our people.
Our people?
My people here. Our people. People I fight for. My kind. All of us. All these people I'm with.
Oh. You misunderstand me, I think. Abandoning you all's not really the right way of putting it. I was preoccupied.
By what?
Business.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely looks like Lavarasi meant to destroy this place. And by this place, I mean the planet. Doesn't it?
Might appear that way, might it?
So are you suggesting otherwise?
I think I can leave that to your ample imagination. If you want in on the plans, you have to sign the contract. You know, we don't just go handing out these things to part-time contractors.
What are you asking of?
I'm not asking anything of you. I'm just impressed at all that you've been able to achieve.
So you would say this is in line with your bidding?
Did I give you a bidding?
No. I've followed. My groups followed their intuitions. And here we find ourselves.
And here you find yourselves, trying to outrun the end of the world. And it seems like you're doing a decent job of it. But I just want to remind you that my offer's still open. If instead of running from the end of the world, you want to embrace the opportunity that it represents.
And what does it represent? And I lean closer.
Kind of leans in conspiratorially. You can be so much more than you are now. Power beyond your wildest dreams.
Would that mean forsaking everything I know?
Oh, only the parts you don't like.
Well, when you speak in such vagaries, it's hard to know, but I understand your contract needs. I'll have to think on it. See which ways the winds shift, if you catch my drift.
I hope you appreciate that, given some of your current associations, and just kind of holds his hand out to the massive Imperial skyship that you guys are on, revealing specifics of certain endeavors without your full commitment is not possible.
I understand. Do you mean to say that the Empire is an enemy of yours?
It associates with an enemy of ours?
Well, that's something you might have in common with my group here.
Well,
Once upon a time-ish. Things are complicated now.
but they will grow simpler soon.
I guess we'll see.
Well, let everyone know I said hi. Hope Caladan's enjoying his wings. And if you all ever decide that you want to be on the winning team, well, you know how to reach me.
I certainly do.
Ta.
It's nice of you to stop by.
He winks at you and then just kind of fades out.
I need a drink.
I feel a disturbance in the forest tonight. Plus, yeah, heck of beer.
He does look a lot like he needs a drink.
Yeah, heck, are you doing alright?
I'm doing okay. Just a lot we've been through.
Yeah, it's really been something, ain't it?
Yeah, I think that's putting it lightly somehow.
No, the spear is not a light one.
Oh, good. That's the kind of beer I wanted to drink. What percent is it?
It's 8.8%.
Nice.
Nice. I ain't looking for no session.
It's the perfect balance. Speaking of balance, there's a book I suggest you read at some point.
No. We're not doing that. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
That ain't you.
You're right. I don't know what got into me.
Can I give him inspiration because I made them?
Yes.
That's really good.
Oh.
So we're kind of you guys are safely on your way. Are there any other conversations or whatever else you got, or anything else you guys want to do tonight while we're in the groove before we break?
I would like to reload my missile pod.
Okay.
Take the. I have 8 dart missiles. You want to take them all?
I will take them all.
Oh, can I also examine the weird gauntlet thingy?
Sure. Okay. Well, the pod only fits 6 missiles at a time.
So I will keep 2 dart missiles.
I only see it holds 4.
That was just to reflect the number of charges that it had when you got it.
Oh.
So I'll edit the item so that it will have the full 6 charges.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, but yeah, you can load that up. It's a fairly delicate operation and takes a bit of concentration. So
cool.
But the armor kind of tells you how to do it.
Awesome.
If you spend some time with that gauntlet thing, you recognize it as yet another artifact.
Yeah.
It is not a magical item, and attuning to it isn't a thing.
Okay.
But if you wanted to ask Lyle what it does, you could. Okay.
Gently.
Ooh. Oh. This was a spicy find. We actually didn't use too many of these. This is the best way to express it in your language. A warp blade.
A what?
A warp blade.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Uh-huh. So I just put it on my hand?
Oh, you can.
Never mind, I don't do that.
You wear it on your wrist like so, and it kind of like summons this arm-shaped field and like puts it into the gauntlet. So these were for, well, some of our organic operatives. Generally for when they needed to infiltrate more primitive societies and have powerful but discreet weapons at their disposal. While wearing it, you can cause it to activate like so. Kind of like hold it up and there's a as this basically like zero tool blade extends out from it of this like crackling greenish energy.
Uh-huh.
So, to basically explain what it does, not in Lyle's voice, because he wouldn't describe it this way. While wearing the warp blade, you can maintain concentration on it as though on a spell to keep it active. And it gives +2 to attack and damage rolls, and deals 3d6 force damage on a hit.
What was that?
Okay, this is a serious question because I'm really hoping. And then depending on your answer, I have a follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it too big for me?
No, it's just
Oh,
it could
thank God.
fit on your arm.
Okay, and second
It's a
question.
little large, but not impossibly so.
Okay, and second question. Is it a finesse weapon?
Mhm.
Oh. So is it just 3d6 or 3d6 plus 5 or plus dex or just 3d6?
It's 3d6 plus strength or dex. So.
Okay. I mean, can we just go through this real quick, guys, or would you rather do this next time?
Oh,
I mean, I can also just like send out all the crap you got. I mean, most of it you're familiar with already. This is really the only.
Yeah,
brand
I
new
was just wondering,
thing. Plasma cannon, but
Paladin, you have your light blade.
I have the light blade that Vaya gave me.
Yeah, Vake, you have your awesome new spear
Well, yeah,
and power armor.
sure.
Aelin, you don't really use weapons, right?
Depending on the nature of the weapon, I can use it, but it depends on the weapon.
I mean, could you use a short sword? Would that work for you?
I could use a short sword.
And I don't think you would be able to use this blade, right?
What kind of blade is?
It warps.
My masters have never trained me in warping blades, so. Not
Yahed
sure.
doesn't use weapons, and Kale doesn't use weapons. So if you get hit, I'm assuming you have to do a concentration check.
yes,
Okay.
keeping it active works like keeping concentration on the spell.
Yeah,
Can I
this
react?
blade. This blade requires not being hit to stay active. It may not be best for me.
To ask a weirdly mechanical question, if you're telling the rest of us about this, Oswald, Are you explaining, like, I guess the mechanical benefits of it?
Yeah, no, I'm basically asking, is it a bonus action to activate? Can I do it after, or is it just like a one-time per
Oh.
fight thing?
I mean, I just want to make sure I want to ask this without metagaming, is why.
Like what if it benefits us or like?
Like I'm saying, like are
Like,
you explaining what this thing does to the rest of us? Or are you keeping it to yourself?
No, I'm explaining
Oh,
it.
okay.
I'm 100%.
Okay.
Listen,
And
I'm
Lyle
not
wasn't
vague.
exactly
We're
quiet
not
about it, so.
Well, it's all about transparency.
I just well, that's why, because I don't want to ask this question unless it was metagaming. I think I
no.
don't
I'm explaining this
That's
to
fair.
everyone.
Yeah.
Does this count against concentrating on a spell? Like, if you were to concentrate on this, could you not concentrate on a spell?
Yeah, I would not be able to concentrate on the spell.
Well, that's why I'm asking both you and the DM. Like, does
Yeah,
this count?
that's correct. Keeping it active is basically equivalent with concentration.
Okay. Oswald, respectfully, many of the spells I know require concentration, so this would negate a lot of my potential ability.
I mean, most of the spells I know require concentration, but I can go without a lot of them.
Well, I think either you or you should hold on to it, or if Aelin feels he needs to use it, maybe.
I mean, Aelin said he couldn't really use it. I was thinking about giving him the short sword, because if he can use that short sword, it's a lot more damage.
Yeah.
Which I just want to hear you say it. Which short?
Flame tongue short sword.
Flame tongue short sword.
Oh, that one.
Flame tongue
Oh,
sword.
I mean, I had no interest in it, but if you want me to, you know.
I mean, Oswald, if you don't want to use that thing, we could just attach it to my armor. Just, you know.
No.
I could use a can. I could use a can opener.
I think because he said that, you should give it.
Didn't you say that that armor doesn't have a lot of long-term play here?
I mean, you know, neither do we, but we seem to keep going. So,
Okay, well, I'll give my short sword to Aelin.
I mean, I could incorporate that into the armor too as a can opener.
I pick up Oswald and spin him around exactly 5 times.
Don't you still have the ice Chris too?
That's me.
Oh, okay.
No, I have the +1 dagger.
I'm assuming Warblade is not made in D&D Beyond.
Not yet.
Okay, that's fine. I will take out my.
I mean,
Aelin-
okay, so
yeah.
just to, I'd say that if you're proficient in short swords, you'd also be proficient in this. So if you wanted to consider giving it to Aelin, Aelin could probably also make use of it. But up to you guys.
That's dope. But
Aelin,
Oswald,
how many things are you attuned to? You just cut out, so I didn't hear a number.
oh, sorry. I'm currently attuned to 2 things, one of which I'm planning on getting to. I whisper to Oswald. I'm gonna give it back to Vic. I don't want to be a dick about it.
I don't even know what it is, but okay.
It's the cloak of protection.
Oh, don't. Yeah, I didn't try to hide anything.
I mean, you heard what I said. Don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, it might.
Anyway.
Yeah. Listen, it's up to you. What would you rather have? I think I'd rather have this warp blade.
I think between the 2 of us, I'm more likely to be hit, and
Yeah, because you don't use a shield, right?
Yeah, sure, that's the reason. And I think it'd be more beneficial to you. And also, I like the image of someone as small as you whipping around this very cool blade.
Just so we're clear, everyone here played XCOM, right? I'm imagining the little blade that's coming off of the arm. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I'm imagining Zeratul, the Dark Templar from StarCraft 2.
Yeah. That's kind of what
I'm imagining Yoda with an arm blade. So.
Oh god.
Amanda.
Okay, so I'll do Warblade. You can take the Flame Tongue Short Sword. I'm assuming this is not going to be great with my Blood Right, but we'll figure that out. Worst case, we could trade back later.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can do swapsies later.
Yeah. Not an issue.
Okay.
I also take this time to throw the Cloak of Protection at Bayek.
Oh no,
Okay.
it got up in the wind.
Oh no, it went off the ship.
The Inquisitor
Bayek.
catches it.
Jeez. Deck safe. Bayek, I don't want to hold on to this. I may not like you, but I respect how willing you've been to play with us.
I mean, I'm still.
Well,
It's a cloak.
alright, throw it back, I guess. Sorry, I assumed you were trying to save battery and you would take off the armor, but I thought it was for a while.
We need that power cell for other stuff. I mean, we can use it to fill Lyle a little bit, and then we need it just in case we need it for the gun. I don't know about that.
I don't know if that's a chance we should take.
The BFG.
I mean,
No, it didn't. We had a full one too.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it took a full one and a broken one to do that. Listen, this is a
Yeah, we're
conversation for a different day. I don't.
trying to distract an entity that destroys worlds.
Just take. Just take the energy from Kale's armor.
Alright, if you're gonna keep wearing the power armor, I'm just gonna keep wearing the cloak. Once you take off the armor, I'll give the cloak back. Fair? Alright. I'm glad we agreed. Oh, dude, why crush one of those missiles when you can crush one of these beers? That's awesome. I use my psychokinetic energy to pull it back into my
Okay.
That's hard. Well, Calavandor, do you have anything to say?
For yourself.
You've been awfully quiet. You seem like you've had trouble sleeping lately. You might have some insomnia.
No, he actually has a little bit of a desire to. Damn it, that's all I got with Desi. He's petting the dog.
Desi, would you like to say something?
Oh.
Ah, yes. Indeed. Well, does he intend on getting back on?
Do you want me to tell him to get back on?
I mean, that'd be great.
John, get back on. No, you're right. It is the insomnia.
Look at him.
He also forgot that he is a goober. So,
What does that mean?
What?
Gil Uber.
What does that mean?
Can't he, like, bring a cookie to his computer? Yes.
No,
What
I
was
just
that?
I meant for ordering cookies.
Isn't insomnia across the street?
No,
right
they're
there.
Here, hold on. You
I
guys,
hate
you guys
so
continue talking. I'll
much.
talk about it.
Okay, well, anyway, Caliban or Aelin just asked if you had anything to say, but,
If you don't, forever hold your peace.
Dude, you know what I have to say.
I mean, I just said a thing about crushing beers, so unless you have something different to say.
I mean, I could crush any beer now.
I throw a beer at its head.
I crush it. Wait,
If you want me to change your voice to something, you just let me know what you want it to sound like. You don't have to make those funny sounds.
you know, can you make a voice like No, I don't think having Kaladin in my head would be something I'd want. Why would I even think that? What would that sound like?
Who and the what?
I just want to let you know that your batteries are charged to 45.
That's what I was thinking of, like, huh.
Amazing.
How
Do you
about
want
a
to
really,
speak-
like...
Do you want to speak with the intelligence of Dinar?
How about, like, a really old and, like, kind of, you know, not angry, but, like, stubborn old dwarf?
Wait, are you asking me to talk to you with that voice? Because I don't know what a dwarf is. Or are you asking me to make your voice sound like that? Because I still don't know what a dwarf is.
Wait, you could change my voice.
Well, yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Oh. I thought you were saying you were going to change your voice.
I was just wondering why you're making all sorts of weird static sounds.
It's part of the aesthetic, you know?
No, I don't, but alright. I'm just a suit of armor, man. I don't know shit.
Hey, come on. You're better than that.
No, I'm merely just a suit of armor with barely enough intelligence to hold a conversation and respond to what you asked me to do.
I mean, they call you the Vaic killer for something.
I don't even know who this Vaic is.
You see that guy trying to look tough? That guy.
Oh, the guy in that other set of armor. Oh, that'd be challenging. Why are you trying to kill him?
There is no try, there is only do.
Wait, you're saying we should fight him right now?
No.
Aberrant Annihilator, I feel like somebody's talking shit.
Can you, like, communicate to that suit?
Well, only if you want me to. And the Aberrant Annihilator responds to you, Vic. Would you like me to patch you into the other suit's communications?
Wait. Are they talking shit?
Would you like me to patch into the other suit's communications?
Sure.
Okay, so you hear the conversation as of now.
So anyway, I started blasting. Oh, hello? Hello, is there someone on the other end? Is there someone on the other end?
You can hear him, Vic. But...
Oh. Is it, like, connected?
Oh, hi there! Over there?
Hey,
Yes, you guys can now hear each other and you can hear each other's suits.
Hey, Vay. What are you wearing?
Oy vey.
Terminate connection.
Damn it, I was about to...
Connection terminated.
What an edgelord. Well, I got nothing. Wait, scrolls.
Aberrant Annihilator,
Yes.
how many dart pod missiles do you think it takes to destroy another suit?
That would depend on a number of factors, including whether that suit's wearer was attempting to evade or was allowing themselves to be hit directly.
Just, if how many impacts would it take? Just, for test purposes, not saying it was a battle, but
To completely destroy a set of armor such as myself or that comparable model over there, 3 direct hits would probably be adequate.
Do I
tap.
that someone's trying to harm my charge?
Just tap the wrist rocket with 6 darts in it. Good to know. Good to know.
If you would like me to perform a more detailed threat assessment on any particular target, please
Just see my
advise.
mech flexing back and forth.
It's bobbing and weaving.
Not for right now.
Noted. Alright. So by this point, you have put several miles between yourselves and the collapsing ruin of Vovar. Sailing out above the still desert sands en route to Sunakalavos, the tropical land of eternal parties, and all sorts of fun shit, where apparently some big fucking gun from a spaceship is. Having successfully rescued a whole bunch of seemingly now self-aware Warforged, having recovered some pretty dope ancient tech, and having maybe convinced one suit of armor to kill another. We'll see where that goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and call it there for the evening.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
time to fire some BFGs.
I just thought of a new name. No, never mind.
Or do you think
That's
we're
an
gonna
awful
meet?
name. Your party name with a no, never mind.
I was gonna say,
All right, boys. Bye.